Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak. Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak. Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak. Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak.
How you doing, though, sis? How you doing today?
I'm good, bro. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Yeah, nothing much, nothing much. We back again. Welcome everybody to another episode of Voices for the Voiceless. For people to come through, I shared the link out. We definitely got a lot to discuss today. And first and foremost, I do want to say prayers and great energy to the people over there that's dealing with the hurricane, the storm that's going down right now. That I think they're saying it's supposed to be another one coming shortly. So a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
have been affected by the storm, and it's very unfortunate to see the images that we've been seeing over the past week, and also to see how our government has been responding or not responding adequately to the needs of the people down there at Ground Zero. You know, and a big shout out to Donald Trump for going down there and meeting with the people and actually, you know, donating 25 million of his own money. And it took,
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris at least a week to get down there and see about the people. So, big shout out to Trump. You know what I'm saying? What you think about, that whole debacle?
Yeah, I say I definitely give a shout out to Trump because he's not even in office yet, and he putting boots on the ground, and he's donated 25 million. You know, um, towards the storm, and he set up a GoFundMe account as well, and it got over I think $1 million within a few hours he was able to raise. So, you know, just shout out to President Trump for for really stepping in and as a leader and what a leader should do. So yeah, definitely a big shout out to him for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And meanwhile, we got Joe Biden, with his theatrics, so I want to play this just to give some value on to what we're saying because, he's like, what storm? Let's see.
I know that this is going to come as a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise to everybody in this room, but I'm going to throw a name out there. Joe Biden. Remember him? Turns out he is still the president of the United States, not Kamala Harris. The only thing is, though, I'm not sure that he necessarily remembers that he is still president of the United States. Here he is outside the White House being asked about the devastating floods in North Carolina, where possibly hundreds have died and thousands remain stranded. And so far, all the government has promised victims is a check for $750.
What do the states in the storm zone need, Mr. President? Sorry? What do the states in the storm zone, what do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, on the storm zone.
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about.
Hold on now. He said the storm zone. I don't know what storm you. Oh, I was trying to figure out which one you talking about. What else storms could he be talking about? Joe.
Exactly.
Shout out to Lex in the chat, man. Appreciate you coming through. What up, bro? But yeah, this dude that sat up here and said, "What storm you talking about?" Now, I know we was talking about this earlier, sis. Now, you said something that was interesting, that may be possible that he just doing all of this on purpose, trying to act like he don't know what's going on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
that
do.
may
I
be.
think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I think that I just think they playing mind games with the people. I think that he know exactly what's going on. And I mean, come on. You know they're not gonna put this man in front of uh you know or put him in the in the spotlight for him not to be aware to know what's going on. He just did a press conference. So how do you not know what's going on with the storm? I just think that this is a game. Like I'm starting to see this right now. Like I don't think he is as uh I think he's declining, but I don't think he's declining the way he is I don't think he's to the detriment of decline. I think he know along with the people around him. I think he know exactly what he's doing. I think he playing on the people, and I that's just my opinion. Cause come on, bro, you know it's a storm. Like, come on, I don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't buy it either. And that may be a cover up. It may be strategically. He's doing that
Hmm.
strategically just to go ahead and so he can. Whenever it is a disaster or something that he could be blamed for, he could just try to act like, "Oh, I'm going senile. I don't know what's going on, so I can't be
Hmm.
blamed for whatever." But yeah, I'm gonna let it rock out a little bit longer and see what else he says.
They're getting everything they need. They're very happy across the board.
Hold on, they getting everything they need down there. They're very happy. The people in Asheville, North Carolina, are definitely not getting everything they need. They're not in a happy situation. That is incredible that someone would even consider, voting for this. This has to be the worst administration of negligence I have ever seen in my years on earth as an adult. To know that this man sat up here and said, Baldface laughed, saying that they are getting everything they need. Prior to that, he's acting like he don't even know what storm we're talking about. This election is so critical.
Yeah, not a great look there. But let's be fair. Before we totally write Joe Biden off, let me suggest to you that the man still has a few brain cells firing. Not that they all remain serious, and all of them remain seriously honked off at Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrat establishment that muscled him aside. Now, have a look at this. Little more than 24 hours ago, Joe Biden did something he had never done before over the entire course of his presidency. He showed up in the White House press briefing room to talk to the media. And guess what he did once he got there? He comprehensively threw Kamala Harris under the bus. Now, as you watch this, remember, Kamala Harris's biggest task has been to craft herself as the change candidate and distance herself from the past 4 days.
All right, sis. We talked about that earlier too. Like he's out the blue, he's throwing Kamala clean under the bus. At any opportunity he get, he makes sure that she can't separate herself from him. That
Hmm.
he lets it be known that she has as much power as I do to make decisions. And, Kamala, that's one of the talking from the left. They always try to say, well, she's only the vice president. It's only, nah. Joe Biden himself has been debunking that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I told you, I think that it's all a game. I honestly think that she does not want to run for president. I think that she was just, uh, you know, basically just put in a position. And because there's no way that you got a sitting president, bro, that's saying the things about the upcoming, potential president. She's a VP. I mean, and you're saying, oh, she has just as much power, but she's saying, I don't have any power. I don't have any power to do, certain things. And he's saying, I just honestly feel like this is a circus, and I don't think that she wants to run for president. I mean, when you look at her, she looked like she done added 30 years onto her, like as far as aging goes. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't think she wants to run for president, and I think he know that. And I think that's just my opinion. Because there's no way, you know what I'm saying? Like they supposed to be literally a team. She doesn't do anything without his approval. And I'm saying, if she's, like I said, she running for president now, you would think that he's, you know what I'm saying, he gonna be on the up and up when it comes down to her. But he's debunking what she's saying. Oh no, she has, So I don't know. I just, in my opinion, I don't think that lady want to run for president. I don't. I think she's over it. And again, I think once she gets in office, she's clearly not going to be running the country. It's going to be somebody else, and I think they're pushing her, and she's just a puppet. That's my opinion on that, and I believe that.
I totally agree with you, sis. And like you said, you raised a good point. When you look at her, if you look her in her eyes, she's not enjoying this candidacy for president. She would rather be able to lay back, chill, because, I mean, we haven't even seen her for the past 4 years as vice president. So, all of this, I don't think she's built for it. I don't think that, she wants the responsibility. And at times, the things that she says and does, it seems that she's trying to sabotage her own campaign. I really agree with you on that, sis. That lady don't want to be the president, and that's why she's doing the things that she's doing. And she's just trying to make it look good, but
Yep, I believe it.
Disastrous years of the Biden administration.
There have obviously been a number of crises that the country has been facing over the past several days, with the hurricane, with the port strike, with the situation in the Middle East. Can you talk about how your vice president, who is running for the presidency, has worked on these crises and what role she has played over the past several days?
Well, I'm in constant contact with her. She's aware we're singing from the same song sheet. She helped pass all the laws that are being employed now. She was a major player in everything we've done, including passage of legislation which we were told we could never pass. And so she's been, and her staff is interlocked with mine in terms of all the things we're doing.
See? He said her staff is interlocked with mine and all the decisions that we're doing. So who's running the country? Somebody I don't think Joe Biden or Kamala Harris is running the country. Somebody has gave them their marching orders, and they are.
I told you.
Yeah. You said it. I was like, you know what, sis? That makes a lot of sense, because you could not be doing this bad of a job on purpose if you had the power. And somebody is dictating to these people. And I think Trump and J.D. Vance brought that into question in their campaign. Like, who is y'all boss and telling y'all what to do? Because this ain't making no sense.
You see what he did there? He drove the whole bus thump, thump right over her and then beep, 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 right back over her again, thunk. Kamala's been, right there with him every step of the way. But oh, wait, it turns out that there's more that Biden pulled this stunt just as Harris was about to make a major address about a port strike, thus completely overshadowing her. Now, of course, this caused our good friends at CNN to have a little bit of a meltdown. Have a look.
I do have a note, and I'm curious what you think about this. We were actually about to go live to Vice President Kamala Harris, who's speaking right now in Detroit, Michigan. And apparently she's talking about this port strike ending. She's trying to appeal to union workers. And yet you have the president of the United States come out clearly overshadowing her, answering significant questions. Is that a communications mistake? Is the left hand not talking to the right hand in this situation?
That's a very good point. And if they were coordinated, as you assume they would be, this would not have happened.
Well, you know what? I don't think that was an accident or miscommunication at all. I think this was Joe Biden very much trying to make sure that Kamala Harris is still burdened by what has been, namely the last 3.5 years of the Biden administration. Because Joe Biden, my friends, is so bitter about being pushed out of the race that he would rather see her lose than help her out.
Man, I got to agree with him on that one, sis. I think he really is a lot bitter with how he had got pushed out the race, though. I think he is upset about that, to say the least. But, you know, that's deep right there in itself. So, you know, by him being pushed out the race, basically by the Democratic Party as a whole, and then for Kamala to come in and kind of take over without any type of she hadn't even been voted in, nothing. They just automatically by default selected her to be the nominee. That was just crazy. Where's the democracy in that? You know?
Which she might very well do, by the way. And I know I'm giving you a lot of CNN for this hour of the day, but bear with me because they've just released a killer statistic that I think is actually pretty important when we look at where this presidential race goes. And it is all about whether American voters think the country is on the right track or the wrong track, and what that means historically for the incumbent party in the White House.
I think that this sort of gets at a problem for Kamala Harris's campaign. Just 28% of Americans think the U.S. is on the right track. And I want you to put that into perspective, right? When does the average, when the incumbent party loses the election, look at that. It's just 25%.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna stop that right there, and discuss that is it's crazy though, sis. You know, the whole country right now is under all type of pressure. You know, you had this massive storm, and then you know you have the current leadership, which is non-existent at the point. You know, and then you had Donald Trump come out there and kind of just
Hey y'all, just bear with us. I think he may have. There we go. He's back.
My bag, I'm back. Yeah, you hear me, sir?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So, what is your thoughts so far? I'm gonna queue up another one, but as far as the storm and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in their response.
Yeah, I mean, I did see where she went down and she was like 5 days later. I mean, after the storm, she went down and was there for a few minutes, acting as if she was helping out with you know, things for women per se, but they basically was calling her out in the process of it. I saw a video and I just feel like at this point, um, it's a lot that's really coming to light because I told you I went on the website and just alone with this year, FEMA was for disaster storms alone was like $81 billion. And it's like, where's that money? Like,
Exactly.
where is the $81 billion? So you saying that you don't have any funding, and the funding that they're giving these it's per household. It's not like it's per family. Like, I'm sorry, per person. It's for the household. So, and then a lot of people are getting denied. Because I was talking to one of my friends back in Georgia, and she applied, and they denied her. So it's not just that like they're saying, oh well, they're just giving these people 750. They have to be approved for it as well. And I think like that's a little like, to me, I just feel like, okay, the migrants when they came, they didn't have to get approved for anything. You're just giving these illegals money. You funding them, but then when it come down to the American people with 750, they have to. I understand apply, but you deny them. Per household, but you give it, and these people are in luxury hotels. Like when I'm saying the migrants, they get 5-star meals, they in nice hotels, and you got the American people that's um, literally pay taxes into this country. U.S. citizens. It's like a slap in the face, and $750 for you losing just your groceries alone. Like, I mean, you got people that's a family of 6 and 7, and that's all you feel like these people are worth because you guys are saying you don't have the funding. And then here's another, there's another, I think Hurricane Milton that's supposed to hit in a couple of days, and it's supposed to be a Category 5. And I mean, and then there's another one after that. So
Right.
I don't know. It's really sad, and I don't know what's going on with this administration. But I told you before, like it's almost like I don't know who it is that's running this country, but it seemed like it's somebody from another country, and they have it in for America. I'm telling you, because it's like now, your citizens. It's not America first; it's America last, and the other countries are first.
Exactly. And I got something queued up because, like you were saying about the 750, remember all about the movie, all about the Benjamins?
Yeah.
750. Like, come on, man. You got hundreds of millions to billions going overseas to Ukraine and all these different countries for wars. You got all these. You got one mayor in Chicago that Brandon Johnson that just signed over another $100 billion for funding for the illegal immigrants here. So, I mean, how do we not take care of our own American taxpaying citizens that have suffered from a natural disaster to this magnitude? Okay, we got Queenissimo in the building. How you doing, sis? Welcome. Yes,
hey,
indeed.
sis. Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for joining today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so I got this queued up. This brother is addressing that, and I'm happy you brought that up because I mean he's going in.
$750 funky ass dollars. Are you shitting me, Hoochie Mama? Who would think that this administration would do anything and everything in their fucking power to satisfy their last remaining NPC supporters? But I was fucking wrong. And Sleepy fucking Joe, go to sleep, Sleepy Joe, started to make the decision of giving all these hurricane victims $750 funky ass dollars. You can't even buy a bottle of Louis Lou with that. Ask Puff Daddy. But they got all the money in the world to give to these illegal immigrants. They got all the money in the world to give to Ukrainians. Got all the money in the world to give it to their fucking pocketbooks, wearing Versace and Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all the other shit. Houses, mansions, yachts, jet skis. Sleepy Joe 20,000 fucking beach vacation. And have the audacity to ask us, the American people, to help donate their hard-earned money. They trying to pull a fucking Oprah and Dwayne Johnson on us. I know a lot of you people gonna be like, well, you people in your country have it good. Y'all don't have. So what? That makes it right? Don't be.
That's crazy. Because Sleepy Joe was sitting up there on the beach at the time that this was going down. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That man on the beach, the country in turmoil. Then we just momentarily resolved the issue at the port with the strike. You got that going on. You got illegal. I mean, all these different problems going on in the world right now. We got to thank God that we still have remnants of a country right now. And this man was on the beach. And Kamala talked about giving people $750. You might well just round it off to 700. I mean, the $50 is adding to insult. You know, like, come on, people. What we supposed to get with that? A 12-pack of bills, something with the 50?
Mm-hmm. It's almost saying 49 cents. You know what I'm saying? You might just
like, come on.
Yeah.
This is insanity. And people are really saying that they're going to vote for it in 4 more years of this. Because make no mistake, Kamala Harris is in office right now. The only thing we're going to get is 4 more of what we already been had for the past 4 years. So
be mad at us because you was born in your funky ass country. The fuck is our tax dollars at? Our taxes should be taking care of this. Where's FEMA? Oh, I'm sorry. FEMA is apparently allegedly getting all the fucking money to the immigrants. You know, this shit used to be sad.
Now, that's another thing. And I'm happy you said that. We pay taxes for FEMA and other organizations like that all year, every day, all day. And when we're in need, they don't have the money to support the American citizens. How insane is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, FEMA, what did you do with the bread? Like, where is the money at, man? For these people, it's flooding in a mountain in North Carolina. How is it flooding in the mountain? First of all, that's insane enough. And then, you know, you see images of houses being running into walls and poles and being torn in half. You know, it's biblical what's going on.
That's right. It is. And I definitely agree with what Nisa Mo, you know, what she said, and like the conversation we had earlier, like, you know, I think God is really angry with the way things are going. And, you know, we gotta turn back to God. It's like, you know, everything, you know, we are, people are so much of the world now and not including the word and God. And I think a lot of things is happening, you know, and until we really humble ourselves and turn back to God, you know, it's probably a lot more to come. And I definitely agree with what Nisa Mo said, you know.
Oh yeah. I would definitely allow us to be put in a position to turn back to him and only God. Yeah.
And only him. You know, we can scream all day, you know, about what is and ain't, and we can see it, but God is also trying to get our attention too. He is. Mm-hmm. I do believe that.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
He's definitely is getting our attention. A lot of people may not know. I mean, I don't know how bad it has to get for some people to understand the magnitude of what's going on. But I got another video here so you can actually see, what we're talking about that's been going on. And it says it's only supposed to get worse. So this is just to give you a glimpse of what has happened.
A rushing river of rubble.
First, there was a lot of kegs, a lot of like propane tanks and things, and then it was shipping containers and vehicles, and then it was whole buildings.
Chris Faber took this video from his Biltmore Village apartment on the 3rd floor.
It just kept coming.
This man's apartment is on the 3rd floor. Look how high the water is. We're seeing containers floating by, and he's on the 3rd floor. The water's basically literally on the 2nd floor. He on the 3rd floor. The water is as high as the 2nd floor. He's looking clean at it. Can almost reach out and touch it. And this is what Americans are dealing with right now as we speak.
So yeah, I mean, I was really more concerned about something hitting us again like that.
The water moving so fast.
It's gonna hit the pool though right here.
It shredded walls like paper.
Holy, that would have hit the apartment below us. Ours would have just fallen, or mine would have just fallen into the river.
Exit doors underwater. All Faber could do, watch the flooding under his feet.
At that point, there wasn't anywhere else for us to go. So, ride it out as best you can.
Biltmore Village flooded to more than 24 feet in some areas. When it subsided to chest deep, Faber waded out to safety, though true safety still feels weeks away.
It's a weird hurry up and wait feeling right now,
Tragedy. That is so tragic. So, people are really in dire need of resources right now. You look at that and you put in a, like DC said, that's all they gave them down there in Texas. And it's like a slap in the face to even mention $750 when people have lost everything, literally. So just to give a picture of what this man is seeing out of his own 3rd-story apartment, and hundreds of millions of dollars, it's probably going to take whatever they sent Ukraine to go ahead and fix this ×2, because it's going to take more than $750 a person. And like you said, they're not just giving that, you got to apply for it. Where is our
and
government?
and you apply for it, and there's no guarantee, like I said, that you're gonna get approved. Because I told you, I was just talking to my friend, and they denied her.
Wow.
And they denied her, and she lost everything. Like it's pretty bad. Her, they was without lights for like 8 days. Lights just came back on, so all of their food spoiled. And she applied, and they denied her.
Terrible, man.
Yep.
So that's something that's not even guaranteed, but leave it up to VP Harris here. Let me show you a little bit what she's talking about.
Morning, Western North Carolina still reeling 10 days after Hurricane Helene made landfall. Vice President Kamala Harris touching down in Charlotte, North Carolina, meeting with survivors.
I think that these moments of crisis bring out some of the best of who we can be and who we are.
Like many disaster responses, recovery efforts are slow and complicated. Many told they may not have running water for weeks. Crews still doing search and rescue.
Our communications are down.
The National Guard invited NBC News to survey the challenges ahead.
We can see things that ground rescuers can't.
I will spin around and come back.
We flew over thick brush and woods, spotting collapsed bridges and roadways as the military and members of FEMA searched for people who might need aid.
We want to be able to provide some hope for the individuals that may still be out there hoping for help.
But the perfect storm of fear and a lack of communication has led to conspiracy theories about the federal response.
And the worst part is
amplified at a recent rally for former President Trump.
They stole the FEMA money just like they stole it from a bank so they could give it to their illegal immigrants.
The White House pushing back.
Now this lady gonna sit up here and say that he lying when we just seen the firsthand what's going on.
it's just categorically false.
In the last 2 years, FEMA has distributed more than $1 billion in taxpayer money to shelter migrants in cities across the U.S. But the White House and FEMA say that's from a separate government program, not for disaster relief, and there's no evidence funds were diverted. The rumors compounding heartbreak as the death toll rises to at least 230 people and almost 160,000 still without power in North Carolina.
I mean, it has been very challenging.
Well, it's been the power out. We're going to have a generator.
But the mission continues and families try to move forward. The National Guard told NBC News they're flying their units, FEMA, and other first responders every single day, often long after the sun goes down. And these missions will continue for as long as this community is in need, Hallie.
I have to say, God bless those that are out there to give assistance and putting their life on the line to help the people get some type of assistance and resolve and rescue from that disastrous storm. But I've also heard stories that people have been trying to assist and help people, rescue people, and been turned away by the government. Like, no, we got it. And it's like, you got these big, massive helicopters. We got smaller ones. We could get in there and get more people out in the certain crevices that you guys can't get to. So there reports of people saying that. And I do want to present a video and shout out to the content creator, Righteous Perspective. He definitely does a great job over there. So we want to salute the brother. I always watch his videos, and he has Trump here in the beginning showing. Now we saw with Kamala doing press conferences and all that, and we got Trump here down here with the people on ground zero.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise, and I got a couple clips I want to share with you guys. There are people that are frustrated because of the lack of support from the people who are supposed to be the leaders of this nation. There's been clips of Joe Biden out on the beach. There's been Kamala Harris, obviously out in Nevada, but she did finally make her way down to one of the areas that's been ravaged by Hurricane Helene, but even that looked staged. And it's just a mess right now because there are so many people that are suffering. We got crazy things going on, like trucks with their tires slashed. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Bear with me. There's a multitude of clips to share. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado.
Hey, excuse me, what is one piece of financial advice you'd give to your younger self?
My younger self? Hey, you, don't touch that credit card.
Pay down your debt and do it on time so you're not charged all that interest.
Let's go.
Sorry about
this
that.
Morning, I'm dead ass pissed the fuck off.
This dude for to break it down, and he's going to touch on so many different other subjects that we can venture off to as well. He is a hurricane survivor.
It's a hurricane survivor. As somebody who's been without lights for 6 days, I am pissed off. The fact that I can hear Joe Biden say, we need American people to come together to help the recent hurricane survivors. Why the fuck we got to come together to help ourselves? We didn't have to come together when y'all sent $30 billion to the Ukraine.
Facts.
We didn't have to come together then. So why we gotta help? Why we gotta come together to help ourselves now? We gotta come together to help ourselves because y'all don't give a fuck about us. And y'all can't see that. Y'all love to say they for the people. How they for the people? She asking for donation while Trump out here giving $25 million to help us. Yeah.
Facts. Where's the lie? I was gonna bleep this out, but I decided not to. I'm gonna let it rock because this is raw and this is real raw emotion. And I know a lot of you guys, y'all don't like to hear the cussing and things of that nature, but you can hear the passion in this brother's voice, man. Hey.
Like what part of this do y'all not understand? Y'all put so much faith in this old ass man and this Jezebel ass lady when constantly they show us that they do not give a fuck about us.
When people show you who they are, you have to believe them. You got to.
And this is another prime example of them showing that they just don't give a damn about us. Yes, I can speak on this. Yes, I'm experiencing it myself. So y'all can't say a damn thing about it. Then y'all love to touch on the fact and say something about Heritage, Project 2025. But guess what? The trustee of the Heritage Foundation, which is the foundation that presented Project 2025, why they endorsing Trump?
Hey, man. See, he seemed like an informed voter right there, sis. We were just talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. They've been, even on her website, they've been trying to champion Trump with the whole Project 2025 when Trump has said several times that he hasn't even read it. You know what I'm saying? Let alone it's a part of his agenda. You know, and that's refreshing to see. You know, this guy able to put that and why he has people listening to him, he was able to segue and throw that in there so people can wake up to the propaganda that saying the media be putting out there about this Project 2025. The Heritage Foundation is the one that created it and presented it, and now they're backing Kamala Harris. Everything that they try to put on Trump is what they be doing themselves, and it just goes to show. What say you, sis?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. And that's really the only thing that, in my opinion, they have to go off of with Trump is that whole Project 2025. He's debunked that. So of course they can't use race, the race bait no more because people are aware. Nobody's trying to hear that anymore. You got a few people that still has that plantation mindset but a lot of people are awoke now, so they can't really use that, and they know out of those 900 and I think it's 22 pages, who reading it? So the only thing they got to do is just sell us and tell us anything, because of course you ain't hearing this on these other big major Taraji P. Henson, on the BET Awards. She was promoting the Project 2025, when again that was just something to get in the minds of the people, because the country has been in such distress for 3 years now, until people are awoke and they're seeing and they're researching. And like I told you before, I think the media, they thought that they did more damage to Trump, but they actually ended up helping Trump, because a lot of people are like-minded and they think, well, wait a minute, the media is starting to be very, very, very biased. We hear all the negative things about Trump, but they praise Kamala. So then, I think, like I say, for the most part, it's just that whole, people ain't really hearing it or just buying it anymore. And like I said before, when I was talking to you earlier, I'm like, the race thing, you can't, because now all of us are dealing with this whole race epidemic right now. Because when you look at it, Hispanics that are legal and they came through and came to this country the right way, African Americans, whether it's white, we're all feeling this racist stuff right now. Because when you think about it, we're last. All of us. You got these these migrants are first, and we're last. So you don't think at some point we can't keep, as Black people, can't keep saying, well, you know, it's racism and everything. You like literally everybody in the United States that are legal here, that was born, raised, and whether it was the migrants that came here and they came through the proper way, you know, I mean, they're feeling it too. So I just feel like, again, the whole Project 2025 thing, people ain't buying it anymore. You got some people that's just they don't wanna explore or learn. They just are feel like they're so loyal to this one party that, I mean, that clearly don't, like that gentleman said, don't give a flip about us, you know?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to let the brother keep
And,
cooking.
and again too, I was looking where, you know, and think about it too, y'all. We're less than shucks, this is what we less than 30 days from the election. Now, mind you, how these people gonna vote in North Carolina? Another thing too, that I was reading on, I think a while back, the citizens was complaining because the government wanted to, I guess it's, you know, North Carolina has the lithium there. It's literally like the biggest, it sits on it's the biggest lithium deposit in the United States. So, you know, the way they went and did, you know how they did Hawaii, where they basically cleared that land and you had Oprah and all of them coming to buy that land. Well, North Carolina is sitting on a lot of lithium, you know? So when you really think about it, it make you look at things a little bit different, because it is for one going to interfere with the election, okay? Because those people can't vote. They don't even have cell phone service. So you think by November the 5th that they'll be able to vote? Mind you, North Carolina is also a red state, you know? So it's just mighty funny around this time a lot of this stuff is happening. Mind you, Florida is a red state. They about to get hit. You understand? It's like some of this stuff, and you know, in the people in Florida, they're probably not going to be able to vote either, because if it's a Category 5, it's probably going to be worse than the Helena storm. So I just find it. I'm sorry, but I find it very, very, very weird that these are red states that are getting hit. And yeah. But you can go on with the video, bro. I just wanted to just throw that out there.
Oh no, I'm happy you touched on that, because it's important to note that the lithium that they're trying to, you know, acquire is right there in North Carolina. So a lot of times they're just hurrying up and, you know, mowing these houses down and all this debris, not knowing if there are bodies there that makes people still that, you know, may be injured or may be unalived or whatever, you know, or may be doing well, but they're just mowing everything down, just trying to, you know, get to this lithium, whatever it's called. And, you know, people may be getting killed in the process. They could have been rescued. So it's just a lot, you know. So like Nisi Mo saying, North Carolina is sitting on a lot of oil and gas. That's a fact. Texas is a red state. Yeah, because, you know, people have to understand these people control the weather. They know how to dictate the weather and create these storms. You know, I would go on a limb to say this could have been pre-planned, like the pandemic. A lot of this stuff is, you know, is done deliberately at the time that is being done. The election is right around the corner. It's a lot of stuff we're gonna get to, and I'm gonna drop the link in a few, so you know, people can chime in. But yeah, this is deep. This brother's cooking. I'm gonna let him finish.
They endorsing Kamala now. Why they endorsing Kamala now? So that's what she's standing for. She ain't nothing but a chair hopper, and she not for the people. And y'all can't see that. I see it more than ever now. I see it more than ever. They don't give a fuck about us. These folks left us to fend for ourselves and ask us to get the money for ourselves when they sending all the money to these other countries.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie?
What part of that makes sense to y'all? Cause I don't get it. Make it make sense to me. Cause y'all gonna say something. I'm rage baiting or something. Make it make sense.
Rivers that are still rising. The danger is still occurring for a lot of people.
And by the way, as the FEMA can tell you, they had pre-positioned an awful lot of material throughout that area, from the Bend all the way up into Tennessee. And so the idea that we weren't prepared, the question is, no one knew exactly how devastating it would be. We knew it would be significant, and we've got a lot already in place, but there's more. But here's the point. I'm going to be asking the American people to continue to help fund the needs of these people. It's not going to be one hit and it's over. It's going to take a hell of a long time. It's going to cost a hell of a lot of money. But this is the United States of America, and we've got to do it.
My God.
Man, so this is the president sitting up here saying, asking American people to pay for the disaster that they need to be cleaned up. When this same American government just sent all this in our face and all this money overseas, sent all these hundreds of billions to trillions to illegal immigrants to other countries, put America last. But Trump out here talking about put America first, but we, he racist and all that. What say you, sis?
Man, I tell you, it's like they already robbing us blind now. They robbing us because we're forced to take care of people from other countries. We have no choice, It's like they're forcing us to take care of people that they chose to leave the border open to bring over, and we're forced to take care of them. And you have the audacity to tell us that we need to, dang. You robbing us blind, and now you want to screw us with no Vaseline too by asking us to basically take care of, the people in the hurricane that's expensive because FEMA has used the money to fund these migrants, and you telling us to come out of our pockets? Well, what? Like we are already literally in a recession. Inflation is, and you still trying to just nickel and dime us, and it's like we don't even have it. Y'all taking everything that we got, and then you study asking us to help the American people. How? People can barely keep their heads above the water now. And I just think that was just, I don't know what he was thinking when he said that. I can see if he said, band together, you know what I'm saying? And we as a country, we gotta, try to reunite and what I mean by that, let's just try to, stick together, pray for one another, pray for those. But you literally asking us to come out of our pocket with what, bro? Like people already hurting. They don't have, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like they literally do not care about the American people. I just feel like this country has been sold out. There is somebody bigger that's running it, and I honestly feel like at this point they don't even have any control. I'm telling you, because there's no way that you can literally go on national TV and tell us to come out of our pocket to help with something that we've already contributed to with our tax dollars, and y'all just got FEMA just got $81 billion, and it's gone. Like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm gonna check out what Nisimo was saying in a second. I want to let this rock a little bit longer because it get a little deeper too. But man, this is crazy, man. That, like you said, sis, we already strapped. You know, we dealing with this inflation that they created. You know, the cost of living is through the roof. You know, you go to the grocery store, you spend a couple $100. You know, you look like you just spent, you know, something that cost you $200 used to cost you half of that. You know, or maybe even 3 times. You know, as much.
And not to mention rent. Like people rent is sky high, has skyrocketed now. People can't afford that no more, you know, but yet and still the pay ain't increasing, you know, but you increasing the rent is increasing. Every single thing is increasing, and you asking people to
Wow, but meanwhile, Donald Trump just donated $25 million out of his own pocket.
Struggling.
Right.
So many people have lost their jobs. Inflation is tapped everybody's pockets. But the guy that's been sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine, the guy that spent billions of dollars on these illegal immigrants, is now asking the American people to go into their wallets when they're cash strapped as it is. Credit card debt is through the roof right now in this country. People have tapped into their 401ks right now, trying to survive. And these folks have given our money away, and now they got the nerve to come to the American people and say, hey, we need y'all to tap into the little bit of resources that you do have and give it to us so we can disperse it, you know, amongst the folks who need help. This is outrageous, man. This is outrageous.
This administration is the worst leaders in the face of fucking American history. The country is underwater. They need help. They need aid. People are dying. Billions of dollars in fucking businesses are underwater, destroyed. Babies can't be found. Women can't be saved. Men are under pressure. Oh, but guess what? Fucking Sleepy Joe, go to sleep, Sleepy Joe, decided to use this time to give another $2 billion fucking dollars to Ukraine. You know, apparently in war right now. Can't nobody find nothing about what the fuck is going on over there. Enjoy that $2 billion because in less than 6 weeks that shit gonna end. Mention
He absolutely right about that.
there's a fucking strike going on at the ports. And of course, Sleepy Joe and this administration ain't getting involved. Biggest strike since 1977. We ain't gonna have much fucking produce, products, or electronics. And me personally, I don't care about that. I can survive without that. What I can't survive is seeing these hardworking fucking people being thrown under the table because of corporate greed. They see us talking about them. They see us fucking struggling. They see us complaining. It's all over fucking social media. I ain't seen one motherfucking positive thing about this administration, any content creator. But guess what? You know who's helping and using their own money to help? Donald motherfucking Trump. The motherfucker that's not even president right now, that's going through a hellhole, bringing gas, trucks, food, and everything. His own money. His own money. None of our tax dollars. His own money.
Y'all bear with us. I think Jeff might have lost some connection, so just give us just a moment. Thank y'all for being so patient.
Oh, my bad. I was muted.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I was just saying, sis, that it's just insane that the like he said, he put emphasis on, you know, Donald Trump putting his own money. You know, I'm happy he put the emphasis on that. because that's what true leadership looks like in a time like this. You know, when you got the sitting president is sitting up there talking about what the citizens should be doing, you got the former president actually coming with resources, and he also has Elon Musk, which I'm gonna play that video too, created some type of platform that they can have access to Wi-Fi. So that was real dope. You know what I'm saying? Of the president as well.
Yeah, cause hopefully, if Elon Musk, if he's able to provide internet service for those, the people that can't, that'll too help them be able to register to vote. If they can. I mean, it's all up because I honestly feel like they trying to tamper with this election, bro, and they know it's gonna be hard for, like I say. I mean, really and truly, them people probably ain't even thinking about voting right now. I lost everything, family members, you don't know where they at, your house on the water. Like, ain't nobody thinking about no election right now, But the fact that he is trying to provide some type of service and help the American, I keep telling you, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I don't know what these people got on the United States, but it's something ain't right. There's no way that this could be literally like, it's almost like some type of blackmailing. I don't know. It's something. Because how could you clearly send money over to other countries and your people here in the United States is starving? Like, they've lost everything, and you providing money to other countries, and you allowing other citizens, non-citizens, let me say migrants, illegal, to come over here, and your people are suffering. Something ain't right. Somebody else is controlling this administration. It ain't right. Something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right.
Yeah, I totally agree, sis. And I'm gonna play with Nisimo just sent me. It's a TikTok. It's a whistleblower. Yes, indeed. So it's my first time watching it with y'all. So shout out to Nisimo for sending me this. Let's see what's to it.
That's exactly why our guest tonight, Dr. Anton Heim, says he blew the whistle on Texas Children's Hospital. Dr. Heim made major headlines after claiming the hospital was secretly performing these procedures on children as young as 11.
In March of 2022, the Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, issued an opinion stating that, quote unquote, this gender affirming care could be investigated as child abuse. So in response to that, Texas Children's Hospital, the largest children's hospital in the world, issued a statement publicly, unequivocally stating they were going to shut down their transgender program. And for me, this was a huge relief. But it was very soon after that I found out this was categorically untrue. People would tell me about how they were implanting these puberty blocking devices into 11, 12, 13-year-old kids. They told me about how these kids had all these psychiatric issues that were going unmanaged and just being attributed to this one thing. The reason they were hiding this program was because they knew it was controversial.
Wow. So I dropped the link there. What you think about that, sis?
I don't know, bro. It ain't, I mean, what he's saying is not surprising to me at all. Like, it's just sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. Just the world, everything is just sad right now. Our children are just being used as puns, and parents, they're trying to push it where parents lose their rights, and it's told gender affirming. It's
Yeah,
just
the way
sad.
the world is right now, it's just really, really depressing. It's hard to keep up with so much negative energy out here. That hospital, man, is with the kids, and it's just another thing that's unfortunate that we're dealing with right now. And just to just man, keeping good spirits. That's why I'm happy that I got you, I got Nisimo, all the people that we chop it up with to keep, because we really all we got right now. The way this
I'm telling you,
we all we got right now to keep some type of joy and a level mind. You know what I'm saying? Because man, just seeing okay, we got Nisimo. Yeah, just seeing what the world is coming to is just it's sad, man. What's up, Nisimo? How you doing, sis?
hey sis,
How y'all doing, sweeties?
we good.
I sent
Thank you for
y'all that
coming up.
because always, sweetie. I sent y'all that because Mika, I keep hearing you, you asking this question, about, what's really going on here. And we, with the spiritual eye, sometimes we choose not to see because we don't really want to acknowledge what we actually see. And what we're seeing is what is actually happening here. Now, I sent that because not on any of the news stations, any of the major platforms are these people talking about what went on while we were going through the supposedly pandemic. And now all of a sudden we got this going on, we got that going on, we got all type of dysfunctions going on around us where we are literally looking like a third world country. And actually, some third world countries look better than what we're seeing here. But I can honestly say we're really looking like God's grace and mercy has been released from us.
Yep. That's true, Nisa. That is so true. And I just honestly feel like we got it, but we have definitely got to we definitely gotta turn from our wicked ways, and we got to seek the face of God, because I'm telling you, Second Chronicles 7:14. I say it, and it tells you in the word, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive them and heal the land.
Heal their land.
I'm telling you.
And right
we
now,
we
with the wickedness that we seeing, we saw this going on at the DNC. You got a whole abortion truck outside where, I'm just not understanding. My body. Do these people really understand what they're saying when they talking about the my body and all of this craziness? And we're living in some peerless times.
And it went well, and that's why I said earlier, well, you say it's my body, but when it came down to getting that vaccine, it wasn't your body. That was a dictatorship up on the Biden and Kamala. They didn't give you a choice with your body, because it's either you lose your job, okay, that you've worked hard for years, if you don't get a vaccine that they are demanding you to get. But what happened to the bodies of women's then? They didn't give a flip about women's body. So that just goes to show you
it goes and so it's your body when it's convenient for them.
It's your body when it's convenient for them. It's your body when it comes down to giving them what they want, and that is A being your baby.
And
A being the babies.
Think about that. Are we really populating? Are we really populating? And this man, y'all heard that man. I wanted as we played it, Jeff. He said something about abuse, child abuse. You know, abuse of a child. They're talking about sex trafficking. Okay, did any of these parents give consent for all of this nonsense?
Jesus.
My bad, y'all. I was in the kitchen, but I was hearing y'all. Yeah, it's
That's the question we
insane.
all have to have. Did these parents give consent for this?
And on top of that, like the 300,000 kids plus that's missing that are just can't be found doing this open border.
Thank you.
Like, I don't get it. It's
But then you got a Supreme Court that's got enough time to go and deny Rob, but y'all don't have enough time to give the president complete immunity so he can come and do the job of a president.
They don't want him to do that job because he gonna bust some stuff wide open. I'm telling you, that's why they don't want him in office. It's some stuff. Yeah, I think that Trump definitely gonna he knows some things and
he can't unsee it. He can't unsee
it. And I think that they know that, and so therefore he's in the way of what our agenda is, and we can't have you up in here. But y'all, we just gotta continue to keep that man uplifted in prayer and ask God to keep him covered, his family protection. Just we got to, just continue to definitely keep him in prayer. Him and JD Vance.
Exactly, because JD, they actually feed off of each other. People can say what they want to say about this, that, and the other, and I know that that's how they trying to cause division when they come up with this here debate. JD, that's the kind of debate we look. Well, y'all can't sit here and say that because Trump is a total different person than JD, but JD and Trump, they work off of each other. They
complement
help
each
one
other.
another. They complement each other. So don't even try it.
Speaking of JD, I got him right here. He did an excellent speech at the rally.
JD Cole, baby.
Now I was talking to Burt, the lieutenant governor, about this earlier today, and he, to his great credit, did what a leader should do. He showed up and surveyed the storm damage in the southeastern part of that state. And I know everybody here joins me in saying that our prayers are with the people recovering from these deadly, terrible storms. We're thinking about you. We're caring about you. But it's not just enough to think and care. As an American leader, it is your job to show up and do what is necessary. And here's what bothers me so much about Kamala Harris. And I think about all the things that we could criticize her on. But at the beginning of her administration, you know that she fought very hard to make sure that COVID relief money went to illegal aliens to the tune of $1,000 per person, making sure that money went to illegal aliens. And she shows up to survey the storm damage a couple of days ago, and she says that we're going to get.
Now, he said it. He said that.
Thank you. Step $150.
Come on, that's an insult right there. $750.
Hey, you talking about working? I mean, people been working all of their freaking lives.
Yeah. And that's why I say, if y'all notice now, the stuff and the things that's going on now, and no matter how they try to separate us, and I'm talking about as far as this race baiting, I've never seen so many people. I've never seen black, white people come together doing this stuff. You understand? Because my hometown, they weren't thinking about no race. They was thinking about saving each other. No matter what color you was.
When we go through, Houston know how to come together as one body, one unit. We not looking at no race. We not looking at none of that. It's each one help one.
That's right. That's right.
If I got, you got. And
So
when
you,
my
Mhm.
generator stopped working, my neighbor generator, he said, don't worry about it. We're going to run a cord from your house to mine. And trust me, we do what we got to do when we got to do it.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. We don't look at and see. That's one thing too that God is honoring. You understand? Because we as people, we better together, stronger. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about all races coming together. You know, all
Yes.
races coming together. And when I tell you my hometown, they came together like none other. That's why I say you can't. You know, if I need if I'm on my last breath and I need CPR, I ain't sitting here waiting on a black man to come save me. If the white man can come save me, you come help me. And the same thing for me.
Because when
Absolutely.
we in need, we not
We
looking,
in need.
I ain't looking at the color of your skin. I'm looking at you coming here to give me the support and the help that I need. Because
That's
when
right.
my paycheck come in, I'm not asking if it's a white man or a black man sent me my check.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly.
I just need my check on time.
That's right.
And as
Yeah.
Donald
That's
Trump
right.
stated, I don't get me wrong, I care about every country, but my first priority are the American people, period.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right.
No other country comes before my American people. So people can get out of their minds with this craziness. He's only talking about white people. Y'all are a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know him
Mhm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And race has become a major distraction at this time. In these days and times that we living in, ain't nobody thinking about that. Like y'all said, the mainstream media uses that as a tool of division to keep us from uniting against the powers that be. That's it. I
And if
mean,
you listen to that woman, I can't think of her, I never can think of her name, that lady that they just brought in through the Supreme Court. That's all she talked about when she was interviewing with Nora and Gail. It's like, lady, you either get on board, join the team, or get off the team and let somebody else come in that knows how to play fair as a team player. Because obviously you can't play fair as a team player.
Mm-hmm. Because guess what? When she was put in office, she was bought in. You understand? There's always something when you select getting these positions and of power. There's something that comes behind it. That's why I say we could never get nobody. The ones that look like us, that's the ones we have to really be afraid of,
You
because
better
all
be
of them get in
watching,
there.
triple looking at, double,
Yeah.
triple looking at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause that's the true saying is all kinfolk ain't skin, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and that's the truth.
Cause who is that talked about that, the house nigga, the field nigga? Yeah, there is a difference between the two. You need to know the difference between the two.
Yeah. Yeah. You are absolutely correct.
But
And
that is the thing, such thing as right now, as I told y'all before, and I'm gonna say it again. If there's anybody going to get it and get a good whooping, as Mama would say, we as a Black people, we gonna get it, because we've forgotten where we come from.
Mm-hmm. We have.
We are questioning God now, questioning if God is really real, if the Bible is real. You know, something is wrong with us.
Mm-hmm. Picking and choose what's right, and in and everything in the pulpit now, and oh,
In the church, I'm human. Okay, you human, but if you called by God, you've been set aside.
Mm-hmm.
You've been set apart. Come
That's
from
why I'm like,
among them.
where is all of these? And I say mega Black churches that I'm just saying all of them hiding now. And I'm saying when it come down to Diddy and Kels, you don't hear none of
You
them
don't hear nothing.
speaking. And even down to Trump, you got a few of them. A lot of the black I've been hearing, but they don't touch on nothing else. But they have been touching on, they say they stay out of politics, but they have really been calling out, the Democratic Party within, Christianity and things of that
got
nature.
about a handful.
A handful of
calling
them.
out, and those are the ones that don't care what happens. And I love Pastor Wooden, because these people done sent the darn feds on this man. These people are some wicked people.
So I tell you.
These good old black folks. We got Magic Johnson out here, campaigning for Miss Kamala Harris with a very interesting
with his whole big dude sitting on side of him. Shut up, Sandra.
Yeah. You can't even control your household, but you trying to tell black men who they should vote for. I'm not understanding that, bro.
Heterosexual black men.
Exactly.
Real black men. God-fearing men.
Exactly. So let's tap in and see what Magic. Now this brother, shout out to the platform, Millionaire Mindsets. And he got some great perspective as well.
When I turned pro, I thought that was going to be the greatest moment in my father's life, but it wasn't. The greatest moment in his life came when he finally owned his own home. What does Kamala Harris wants to do as president?
Jeff, this man's supposed to be one of the ministers or something in the pulpit at the church. So I thought your greatest moment would be when you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Put millions of Americans in their own home. Give them $25,000 to start them off.
Where is $25,000 worth of debt?
Right.
It ain't just that. The $25,000 does is increase the price of the home. So
that's for the migrants. It's for the migrants.
It is.
They think they slick. They think they slick though.
But see, these programs are already in effect. It's not. This ain't the first thing that Kamala's doing. You can literally, there's certain programs, and what they call them is they're just grants. They may give you $10,000 down payment assistance. So with that, you basically your interest rate is higher now. It does bump it up a little bit, so it's really technically not given to you. You understand? Because you're paying it back with the higher either APR.
You have to stay in the house a certain amount of time.
You have to stay before you can't sell it. That's it. That's true. So see, for black people that are not knowledgeable, and I'm saying like not that are financial illiterate, like they think because it's $25,000 and just say, it's some that may qualify. But what they fail to realize is it just increases the value of the home. Too.
And so then if they don't escrow the taxes, you are going to be out of that house within a year.
That's right. I'm sorry, not increase the value. It increases I misspoke, not the value, but increases the price of the home.
Yeah.
So really and truly, like the way she's trying to make it sound, and we just be so caught up in a number without doing any research to say, well, okay, well, where's this money coming from? Because you like, and on top of that, it's programs that's already That's programs out already.
And it's some
For
programs
things.
much better than what she got to offer.
It is. It is. It's
Much
some
better
that's
than what she
much
got
better
to
than what
offer.
she. Yep, that's true.
Because what it's like a car. If you still own certain amount, let's say I'm gonna say $25,000 on your car, and you want to get a new car, you want to trade that car in. All they're gonna do is tack that $25,000 on the back end, and you still paying for that car. And your
Sure
note
is.
on that new car, it's just gonna go up. It's gonna be gonna be more, much more, but you still gonna be paying for that car.
That's
They're not
right.
giving you no deal, and you're not getting no deal. The only deal you getting is to get out of that car, but you still paying for it.
That's it. That's true. Not only that, you got to keep in mind 25,000 ain't nothing. What I'm saying is, especially when the houses now are going for five, you can't get a house. I mean, 25, like I said, that's nothing. Now, around COVID time, when the interest rates were much lower, but then the prices were still increasing, you
Yes,
know what
they
I'm saying,
were.
during that time, and you had a lot of investors that were coming in buying up the properties and stuff because the interest rates was a whole lot lower, and they had the funding to purchase. Now the 10,000, because Bank of America had that going on, where it around COVID, where if you qualify, but again, she don't tell you either. There's a certain amount of money that you have to make within that guideline to qualify for that. So if you literally,
but the illegals, they qualify automatically because they are coming in trying to establish some type of credit within the U.S. So that's their way. But believe you me, let me tell you, they may qualify where they can get the whole house and they don't pretty much pay anything. But everything that they're working where they're working, all of their money is going back to their country. And they can live free here. They have been getting brand new homes built from the ground up. I'm talking about $400,000 to $500,000 homes. They are living in these homes without paying anything, and they going out buying these dualies, but their monies that they're making here they're sending it back home. Then they get their other family members to come stay with them. They build from there, and they keep building and keep building. We have got to wake up. We must wake up.
Yep,
absolutely.
that's true.
And this brother gonna touch on it too a little bit. Same thing, same points that y'all raising. So it's like, man, people are waking up to this nonsense that people, think they pulling over on the American citizens right now. Everybody attendance is raised up, and for good reason.
That's number one. Where's the money to give 25,000 to each person to new homeowners to become owners of home? Where's this money gonna come from? Secondly, that's only going to drive the housing market insane. That's only going to make it go up. If sellers know that every new time buyer has $25,000, they're just going to add 25,000 onto the price of the home. That's just common sense. And when he's saying his father's most proud possession was him being able to become a homeowner, well, Magic Johnson got to understand it. In 2020, in April of 2020, the average home price in America was $220,000. In 2020, the average home price in America was $240,000. Today, that's over $420,000. So the average person won't have the opportunity to become a homeowner today just because the prices of everything have skyrocketed at prices we've never seen before. So there's no opportunity for the average person to even become a homeowner, which is why they're trying to put these incentives in place. But these incentives is just going to drive the market up even more. They're still not going to be able to afford a home. So it doesn't even make sense.
Homeowners. And before church, not during church, but after and before church, we got to rally people, talk to them, Now, there's a lot of black men in here, and I don't mean to, not talk to other people, but this is important. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one.
Running a small biz takes grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. The UPS Store has your back with packing, shipping.
Ads be happening, but yeah, he talking about we got to get
I
the
just
black
wanted
mans
to
out
say,
the vote.
but we ain't seen this nigga since he played for the Lakers. Now I'm just saying, he coming out now talking about, we ain't seen you, and you coming out here trying to speak for black men. It goes to show you the pandering. Why you didn't bring a white man out? You had to bring the black man out to come. That we need to get. I mean,
I guarantee
really?
they couldn't get Denzel. I bet
Okay.
you
Yeah, they called in the favor Magic.
Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on.
He's lied.
Oh God.
He delivered
That's a
everything he
lie.
said he was gonna do.
This is what I'm talking about.
But see, this is where the other race should feel offended. You see how they keep talking about he promised everything to the black people. Well, what about the white people? This is what I'm saying. The thing that's how bad the pandering is. Yeah, they so focused on trying to get it. They need this black vote because see, what I'm telling you is these migrants. It's slim to none right now, I think, with them voting. I don't know about next election, but this election right here, I think they really need it. She's sinking in the polls, you can see. So now they trying to pull everything that they possibly can, with trying to get the black vote.
India, baby. They are trying to get India. They want India to be part of this crap they got going on that Donald Trump trying to shut it down. This what they call it? I keep wanting to say UN, but not UN, but what they call it, the with all of these different countries, because India is with China. So they thinking that if she comes in, they can win India over to be a part of everything with the U.S. and they can work together with. But let me tell you, that woman can't hold a conversation to get nobody. She probably barely got E-Muff or whatever that man name is, whatever that dude name is. I don't know what her husband name is, and he ought to feel some kind of way because she's still carrying Harris, dude. That woman got to go along.
But she know why she's not carrying Enoch. She's carrying Harris for a reason. That aligns more with black. You understand? Kamala Harris. So that's why she's not carrying the Enoch, the husband's last name. I peeped that too.
Mm-hmm. That's a good observation.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, at the end of the day, I don't care if you carry Harris or whatever, Enoch or whatever. It doesn't matter. It has been verified, validated, and we're not saying allegedly. It has been clarified, sweetie. You're not black, and I would rather you come forward to say who you are than for you to be out here pretending to be somebody that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And shout out to Candace Owens for being on that buffer.
And she on that work. She doing that work.
She sure is. Candace putting in that work, and she's informing people.
Absolutely.
Candace putting in that work, but she says she's sick of them. Same thing you just said, sis. Y'all want to use this race word and all of this craziness because she see through the bull. She know who y'all are. Y'all done played too many games with people's lives, and to think that people just gonna roll over and play dead. No, Trump is not racist. He's not racist. Stop it with that race card. It's not working anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, you know,
Trump
that's
released too many people that look like me before he left office. And y'all think this man is racist?
Well, all they got to do is look it up. That's all they got to do.
This man was dating a whole black woman.
Shoot, this man was in the Soul Train line.
Trump was doing it up, baby.
He sure was. He sure was.
Somebody.
I think you sent that to me too. I'm gonna try to find it so I can play that.
Yeah, Trump was getting down in that Soul Train line.
Getting down in that Soul Train line, baby. Y'all better play with somebody else. Cause Trump,
yeah, man.
My Uncle Trump said, "I'm in it, baby. And I'm in it to win."
Yep.
Hey, Trump. Hey, he always had much swag. That's why the rappers used to want to put him all in their rap videos. You know what I'm saying? He got swagger.
Well, and he also was the bank back then. When people couldn't get money from the banks, they could go to Trump for loans.
Thank you, baby.
You know,
help the people out.
Yeah, so people, you know, for him to be racist, you know, he was loaning people money, and then a lot of them he didn't even make them pay him back.
He said, "Go and make good of it."
Yep.
Man, how dope is that? Like you said, man, Uncle Trump, he remind me of my recipes of my Uncle Eric. Anytime I was short on some bread, I could always holler at my Uncle Eric. Recipes to my aunt. That's, you know, he'll come through for me. And he always told me too. He say, "Man, Jeff, nephew, you the only one pay me back, man. All my grandbabies and my other nephews and nieces, they don't never pay me back. But I say, because I know I'm gonna need you again, huh?"
That's right. That's it. That's right.
And see, if Trump's seeing that you doing good for yourself, and you know you coming up, you doing all right with the money he gave you, why should he ask for it back? Because he know he gonna get it back some other kind of way. Because the man is a genius when it comes to the economics. That's what people mad about. But even Barack Obama knows that, because he wrote that in his book.
So did. And then, you know, the man that set up there released Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, Kwame Kilpatrick.
Angela, what's her name?
Angela Stan King.
Yes,
he sure did. He sure did. That's why I said I don't care what nobody saying. My whole lifetime, I could remember voting Trump. Trump is the president for me. I don't care what nobody say. That man
and now they keep hollering about it. He ain't gonna never want to get. Well, it look like y'all ain't wanting to get out of office.
Exactly. I know that Nancy Pelosi, she about 100, and she can't say nothing. She's still trying to hang on. And Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Yes, her too.
She, I know she every bit of almost 90.
But see, Plantation, they keep them up there to keep the niggas in line. Because you don't hear nothing about them. They love to talk about race, and I tell Jeff, I said, Jeff, watch. I said, now watch. Pretty soon it's gonna be a cop killing. This was before during the election time, and this happened with Guy Russell. So what was the girl named? Sandy?
Yes.
Oh Lord, I can't recall her name, but I told him, I said, you watch. And Sandra Massey. I told you, I said, watch. I said, because what they do, that's what they love when it's a cop killing. Oh, when it's a white cop or killing a black, they love that, because what they do is they compare to that, and you got it showing all over the media, and then they want to taint the minds of the black people to keep use that trauma, continue to use that trauma.
But they ain't out here saying, well, you know, it's sad that the Supreme Court denied Robert Sylvester Kelly. That makes no sense. They didn't have no reason. Oh, but y'all ain't saying that. Y'all want him to remain locked up. You're not saying anything about Diddy. Oh, keep him locked up because he like Jeffrey Epstein. When? How?
That's why I say, y'all, that's what we got to pray within our race, because that's a sickness. You understand? It's literally a sickness, because our race be as far as like condemning our own people and tearing down. We the worst. Nobody else have to do it. They dangle a carrot in our face. Some of these bloggers, the way they defaming that man's name and talking about him, they get paid. They get their numbers up, the algorithm up. They get money on the back end to keep this whole propaganda going. And I'm like, you know, is it really worth your soul? Is it really worth your soul?
Your whole soul. Because I know I told y'all since 2019. The Bible said, I ain't telling you what I said, I'm telling you what the Bible says. It says, touch not my anointing. So hey, you can keep playing if you want to. Keep playing.
You have to be careful when you do that, and you put your mouth on people, and instead of literally banding together, and we, you know, praying to uplift one another, and you know, not let God do the judge. We can't judge nobody. None of us can. We be so quick to listen and put our 2 cents in, and they give the people what they don't have to do their job, because they feel like we do it for them.
Yeah, and that's what they did with Diddy. They doing the same crap. And then you steady putting your mouth. And I don't care for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, when he looked like me, I'm sorry. I love my people. I don't maybe not like the ways or whatever the case may be, but when it comes to me loving my own, I love my people. And I've stated before, leave these people alone. You don't know these people like that. Y'all steady talking about, go get Jay-Z, go get this one, go get that one. Y'all are some wicked people.
Yeah, that's true.
These people got families. We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. And we're not all proud of the past that we have had. But we all have a past. We all have a past. But my past don't predicate my future.
That's right. That's right. That's true.
And what these men have done in their past, I know they're not pleased with it, but they shouldn't have to pay for this crap, because ain't nobody and what nobody held against nobody's will, and stop lying. And if you're saying you were,
but my thing is, whatever.
Y'all
know, whatever.
Like I know, we had milk cartons back in the day. If your picture wasn't on that milk carton, baby, you was where you wanted to be.
That's true. Not only that, it's like the things that they done. Is it illegal? You know, is it illegal? Like, that's my thing. Like, we get people get to mixing. Yup, that's it. Yup, that's it.
That's their bedroom. I ain't got nothing to do with their bedroom. That's their bedroom.
That's right. That's true. And there was willing participants.
Didn't want to be in that bedroom. You be in your own bedroom.
Yep, that's right.
But some people are not going to own it. You did any and everything you had to do to try to come up and get a hit.
Yeah.
You sold your soul to become whoever you trying to become. So don't act like somebody made you do something that you didn't want. Ain't nobody made you do nothing.
That's it. That's it. That's true. But I'm telling you, I keep saying, like, until men, they got to band together and start fighting back. You know, the women, it's only a few women that's standing in the gap and doing the things for men, but men gotta they got to start pushing back. You understand?
And you gotta come together as one unit and stand on what you believe and believe what you say, And if you coming for one, you coming for all. Because
So,
if you
there
don't
you go.
stand now, you're gonna bow down later.
That's true. That's true.
Because I watched Robert Sylvester Kelly be lynched in New York City in their courtroom. That man was freaking lynched. That was new modern day lynching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, I got it queued up here.
Okay.
The Supreme Court had denied Kel's appeal in Chicago, so we got the news here, giving their very brief update.
The Supreme Court will not take up the appeal of R. Kelly. The highest court today declined to hear the case from the music star who is currently in prison for sex crimes. Kelly told the Supreme Court that he was wrongly prosecuted. Now, the court does have several other high-profile cases on the docket for the start of its term in fall.
On Monday, justices let stand a lower court decision saying Texas hospitals cannot be required to provide emergency abortions that violate state law. That is a blow to an appeal by the Biden administration, the nation's highest court.
Snap, that tie in to what you were saying, sis Nisha.
We'll hear arguments tomorrow in a case about whether the federal government can regulate untraceable firearms known as ghost guns.
It's not a Second Amendment case. It's not a constitutional case. It's a case that deals with the power of the ATF, a federal agency, to issue a regulation that says we're going to treat ghost guns, those guns where you can get as an online kit. There's no
right now.
there are no background checks. The ATF, a federal agency, tried to say we want.
Now these bastards can bring this out about Robert. But we know y'all got the information regarding this goddamn these text messages. Y'all ain't put that out there.
They sure didn't.
They
sure didn't.
Yep.
Y'all got them darn text messages. And he was violated by y'all's court with the BOP officer.
Crazy. Just to know that his rights were violated in Chicago with that BOP officer. That BOP officer, and it was brought up in the appeal. Jennifer Bongine definitely let that be known. This is a huge injustice when the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court, won't even consider that. When have we ever seen
Did you even read it? Because if you had somebody like say the name for me, sis, because you know I don't know this woman name.
Ketanji Jackson.
Ketanji Jackson. Sweetie, I know you know, because you sat down with Gayle King, and I know y'all had a whole lengthy conversation. Sweetie, y'all are wrong as four left shoes, because that report should not have come back just that fast, that y'all denied this man when he have been wrongfully incarcerated. And y'all think we're gonna lie down, sleep on this? The devil is a lie.
Yep. That BOP situation being in itself is enough to overturn that conviction.
Enough to overturn that conviction.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if y'all didn't do nothing else but overturn it and have a new court, y'all could have done that. But you didn't. Y'all didn't even look at it. Y'all ain't read that stuff.
Didn't even read it. They just said, "Oh, R. Kelly." Then the timing of it, also right before the election. It's all political. It's all political.
Uncle Trump, I pray you're listening to this. I pray you are listening. I pray you put every piece of this back into their faith. These people are freaking demonic.
Yep. And that whole situation with with the BOP, and it was to no avail. They didn't even reprimand that lady. She just conveniently
There was
quit.
nothing done to her, nothing done to the prison system.
Now, classic case of the law breaking the law and not being held to any type of accountability. And I do have an official statement via Twitch from Jennifer Bonjean, and I'm gonna share that as soon as it generates. But you know, for them to not even consider him for a new trial or a hearing, that they won't even hear him out, is insanity. But I think it's going to really rest in the hands of New York. They haven't even. They're still reviewing their decision, and they're the one that gave him the most time. I mean, Chicago has the judicial system in Chicago has a vendetta against Kells. You know,
But Jeff, Lennon Weber, I have to give this man his credit and his, because I cannot put it all. Lennon Weber really did not want to do what he did. How in the hell is it okay for a freaking judge in New York to call a judge in Chicago and tell that judge how that court should get in line and what they should be doing when it comes to this man's case?
Absolutely. That was a violation right there. There's so many civil and constitutional violations that has happened in the case of R. Kelly in New York and in Chicago that I don't understand how could not be overturned. This is a major breach in justice.
And it should have been overturned with Kim Foxx. And people need to know the law. The law broke the law to get a conviction. Kim Foxx, along with that man in New York, these people, y'all know this is wrong. When did we be okay with them putting up 1-800 numbers for women to call in and say they was if you were violated, go to the goddamn police officer.
Exactly.
No police report, no nothing.
Nothing. And I have here, I hope you guys can see. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. I don't know if I can. But in any event, Jennifer Bonjean says today the U.S. Supreme Court denied review of the appellate court decision in Robert Kelly's Chicago case. That fight will carry on. The New York appeal remains pending. # free R. Kelly. So Jennifer Bonjean, I mean, she's no stranger to this. She's continuing to fight. She sounds very confident.
What's his name? His was his first. I think his first go around was denied too. Harvey Weinstein.
Oh yeah.
It sure was.
It was denied the first time, and then the second time it went through.
Right. So we can't get discouraged. We got to keep fighting and keep praying for that brother. But like I said, with that
begging everybody, please send. If you don't even know how to do it, please just get with me some kind of way. Get these letters to the Supreme Court. It's mandatory. Please. Right? I know we did the petition, but we need to get our personal letters to the Supreme Court. They need to know where we stand, how we feel, and not just for Robert. We need to get it in for Harvey Weinstein. We need to get them in for Diddy. We need to get them in for our men, period. Our men are under an attack. If we don't stand up now, we going to lose. We're losing, y'all. We're losing.
Yep.
We need to get them in for Donald Trump. We are losing.
I agree.
Y'all know this man right now is still his stuff is still at a pending state, and we know how they're trying to play dirty. They are still trying to lock this man up. And I think I sent it to you, Jeff. These people have already started putting a cell together for this man in New York.
Wow.
They played it on CNN. These people have gotten a sale for our president.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
They getting the sale ready because you know
Oh.
Secret Service got to go. So what they getting them a special made sale with bunks for 5 or 6 Secret Service members. I mean, the fact that America would be trying to arrest a former president under such felonious charges is an embarrassment to our country.
Especially under freaking E. Jean Carroll.
Mm.
This woman that's out here violating people, because she claiming that, oh, I got the money, so I can get, I can pay for. Lady, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Brother Muse Black, what up, brother? Oh, you still at work? That's what's up. Get that money, bro. Peace and blessings to you. But yeah, man.
We better get our lives together now, because I thought I sent that to you, Jeff. Yes, these people had Mayor Adams to start getting a sale ready for President Trump at Rikers Island.
Rikers Island.
I heard it. Well, on the View, she let it slip. Oh, what her name? Sonny Holston.
Mm-hmm.
And she said back, remember when they first found him guilty of the 34 counts? She came out the next few days and said that he'll be going to the Rikers Island. She let it slip for a year. He'll be sentenced, I think, a year or two at Rikers Island. Yes, she said it.
Well, they talked about it on CNN recently, saying that they had Mayor Adams to start preparing for a sale for President Trump, and because the lady talked about it over there on CNN, and I think Candace Owens was like, I just cannot believe these people. These people are wicked. These people crazy.
It's not just good versus evil.
Yeah, I think that's what Lex said right there. Good versus evil at this point. I mean,
it's the truth. That is true.
Democrat versus Republican. It's about good versus evil. And I think that when we look at the case with R. Kelly right now, and the timing, like I said, is so pivotal with this election, because I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar if Donald J. Trump becomes president, he has a list of people that if they're incarcerated, he's going to pardon. And I would believe that Robert Sylvester Kelly is at the top of that list, in my opinion.
And the only reason why he didn't pardon him before, because Robert hadn't gone to trial.
He hadn't got convicted.
And they knew what they was doing too. They knew exactly what they was doing.
They were doing. Because y'all remember when he was campaigning, he said it as he was campaigning, and a lot of people like, I didn't hear him. I sent it to him. I'm like, yeah, he said it. He said R. Kelly is a good man. He don't deserve this.
Yep.
And he don't deserve this. I can think of a whole lot of criminals that could be sitting where he's sitting. This man ain't no criminal.
But see, that's where you go, and I'm praying to God that Lord Jesus just take this abuse of power from them, because that's exactly what it is now. You're just weaponizing your power. It's an abuse of power. Like it's because I can do it. I can do it, and I can do it.
Remember, she said that woman stood up in there. I know his type. I know how to deal with his type. What is his type, lady? You've been doing this. You think we're slow sliding on silly and crazy? We know that you prepared Kim Fox, Bonnie Willis, and Letitia James, and so forth and so on. But the devil is a lie. Your days are numbered.
Alvin Bragg.
Plead the blood of Jesus right now. Your days are numbered. You are done. And anything connected to you is done because God says that his word will prevail.
That's
Absolutely.
true.
And make no mistake, you know, anybody that's supporting Kells that wants to vote for Kamala Harris, understand that Kim Fox and Fonnie Willis said that that is their idol. So they get their marching orders from up top from Kamala Harris. And she was a former prosecutor as well in California who locked up several black men that were innocent
And
and
was
withheld
trying to get
information.
Michael Jackson.
And withheld information and evidence that could have freed them. So, you know, if that's the type of person that you want as commander in chief of your country, she's not going to help R. Kelly get no relief out of that. You know, your best bet to get a pardon would be to go with Donald Trump. You know, you know, that lady,
But
if
you
she
have to
gets
ask
in
the
office,
question, Jeff. Do
go
they
ahead.
really want Rob out? Some of these so-called supporters, do they really want him out?
Thank you.
Are they really supporters?
Or are they wolves in sheep's clothing?
Just saying, you know, some of these people you got to question them because you know that they're smart enough to figure the connections out. You know, it's not hard. It don't take a rocket scientist to know that these people are all connected and they all are running the government and they're weaponizing the judicial system to target people that they want to target. So it's not no coincidence that R. Kelly's going through what he's going through. It's no coincidence that Donald Trump had all of these indictments. You know what I'm saying? At this particular time, it's no coincidence these people are connected. So one would have
And
to
it's
ask
no
questions.
coincidence that Diddy is locked up and Nathan Wade is on the run, and they think that's funny. And no charges has even been brought on Fonnie Willis.
Exactly. And you know, just for a reminder, I do want to cue up Brother Malcolm. You know, I said I was gonna try to play this every live. You
And
know what
you
I'm saying?
need it,
Just
baby.
sort of about the, you know, him warning us about the Democratic Party. Let's go. Until that cues up though, but yeah, it's crazy that people can't make the connections. And you see, you know, people align themselves with
22 million black
That's a reminder back when did he do this, Jeff?
over 60 years ago.
Help us, Holy Ghost.
Over 60. Let me run it back. Here we go.
22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. They see that the whites are so evenly divided that every time they vote, the race is so close, they have to go back and count the votes all over again. And which means that any block, any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch.
I want to stop that right there because now it makes sense why they go so hard to pander to the black vote. Like Malcolm just said, it be so divided with the white people votes that, you know, the black people votes are the tiebreaker in most of these elections. So that's why the pandering is so strong. That's why all of a sudden, election time, we got to roll out our token Negro, Kamala Harris. We got to blacken her up. You know what I'm saying? So we can get that black vote. Then make you, hey, they've been doing this. And Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the president at the time, said, I'm gonna have these black folks voting
These
Democratic in the next 60 years. And this was 60 something years ago.
Niggas. He called us niggas.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it clean, but he said, I'm gonna have these black niggas voting Democratic for the next 60 years.
So it goes to show you how long this have been going. The Al Sharptons and the D.L. Hugleys and the doggone Roland Martins, the ones that literally are the gatekeepers to keep the black people in line. You listen to that when you think about it, look at Roland Martin's his numbers, on YouTube. You look at his subscribers and you look at the amount of people that listen to him. That's black. So when you think about it, when you you give them a platform for black people. And again, you look at Ricky Smiley, you look at Van Jones. They put the people on CNN and different ones that look like us, to feed us the continue to feed us the propaganda. So that when you think about it, Magic Johnson, they using the talent for the black male vote because they know at the ages of 18 to 30 years old, Trump got them on lock. He got the black men. He got them on lock. So see, they're not worried too much about the old, like I told you, Jill, the 65, 70-year-old older ones. It's a very few that's conservative or just independent, but they're voting for Trump because they sit and they look at the news all day. They look at CNN, so they're already brainwashed to the point where a lot of their children are voting the way that grandma tell them to vote. So it's now they're really struggling for those votes now. Before it wasn't, but social media, it has been very impactful as well. Because if you think about it, like I said before, I've never seen so many black bloggers on TikTok that are voting for Trump. Trump has a lot of support from a lot of black young people.
Yeah.
He do. He got a lot of support.
But let me tell you, even with Donald Trump's kids, y'all mentioned his kids earlier, how his children they really care about their dad, and how they rally around their dad, which is beautiful to me. And they have been watching JD. Mind you, Donald Trump ain't had time to watch JD, but they have been watching JD. They knew what their daddy needed and who was going to be in line with their daddy. They made sure their dad was in the right, had the right person to be there with him. Yes, and before JD, he said what he said, but it's a lot of people said what they said. But a lot of people have a right to have a change of heart too. So don't keep me in a place where I was at last year, 20 years ago. My mind has changed because a person has changed. And that's the same with Rob. A lot of people had their position on Rob, but they changed their position once they became a little closer to the situation and saw things a little different. So my thing is with JD and Trump, this is going to be the perfect combination because they both need each other and they feed off of each other. JD knows how, and now the part that I'm looking forward to see who gonna come who down, because when they get that go there, they don't have, ain't no stopping. And I like that part about them both because they're passionate about what they are doing and about the American people, not just white people, not just Mexican, Hispanic, or Asian. They are concerned about the American people. And if you've looked at Trump on every rally this man has had, He has no perspective person. He hugged a white woman just like he hugged a black woman.
He do. He do.
He don't walk
Yeah.
past nobody and look down upon them and make them feel like they're less than. Now, I did see Joe Biden do it. He saw that baby standing there just ready to want to shake his hand. And he just walked past her like she didn't even exist.
But you know what, too? One thing about JD Vance, he called it out. He said he listened to the media. He did say those things about Trump. But one thing about it, he can stand on it. He don't backpedal for what. But see, Kamala, you can't listen to the fake. You can't listen to, like, lady, you said it. These things you don't see, and that's the thing.
She said about the in Pennsylvania. She said she wasn't gonna do no frack. She literally said she was gonna stop fracking.
She sure did.
You didn't say that, lady. Really?
Mm-hmm.
The world heard you.
And see, I think most people, if she says, you know what, I had a change of mind, I said, but you still lying. You and Tim still lying over there. Tim got caught up. Jeff, I better tell you the other day. Tim did he went and did interview on Fox, and that lady ate Tim up on there. See, and she basically told her, what you got to say to the American people. Basically, when you've been lying, Tim, he tried to make it seem like everything they throw off on Trump, and she will come back with some strong. She'll come back swinging really hard with a lot of them questions, and he couldn't answer.
They sent Tim, but they didn't. She ain't going over there. She ain't going to Fox. Kamala ain't going to Fox. Kamala ain't gonna come over here.
Yeah. And let's be clear. Trump got a all-star team with him this time around. He got JD Vance as the VP candidate, but he also has Tulsi Gabbard. He got was a long-term Democrat that's a veteran and very high-ranking in the military.
Yes.
I love that lady. He has RFK, that was a Democrat that, is trying to make.
Got us.
Yep, he got us.
Larry Elder.
Elon Musk, a billionaire that's, arguably the richest man in the world. So
that's not racist, ready to serve the people.
Yeah. So RFK, he's trying to make America healthy again and clear up a lot of these. He's very big on getting these pesticides out the food. I mean, it's just the obvious choice at this point, to go.
And over here on the Voice for the Voices, we have a whole different name for the mega. It's Make America Godly.
Godly again.
Godly again. Right. Amen.
You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump.
Yeah, let's stop that right there. That's exactly what's going on right now. He said, you put them first, and they put you last. And what do we see going on right now with this hurricane? put them last. $750 that you got to apply for that's not even guaranteed, while you're sending hundreds of millions to billions to even trillions overseas, and also giving billions of dollars right here in America to illegal immigrants that are not even citizens, while the American people are struggling. And you ask us to help the victims of this natural disaster when we're, reaching into our savings just to get back. But you still want to vote Democrat?
See, I need everybody, and if you can drop a link in the where in the chat or whatever, the people need to go really read what's really going on in Israel. Stop taking these people word for what's going on. It's more going on than what meets the eye.
Mm-hmm.
We need help. We need help here.
Absolutely. Yeah, if there's any links that you'd like to share in the chat, I'll see if I can locate them. But I mean, the research, it's there. All you have to do is just search for it, because they're not hiding anything.
It's there.
Yeah.
People better read and keep on reading and keep on reading, because it's more than what meets the eye. And even what's going on in Ukraine. Don't let these people think that what's going on is all Russia. That's what they told you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My bad. Let me see. We'll let Malcolm finish out.
In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you are dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Woo! Hey. Look at that. He's just, man.
Muse, I know you. I hit that link, Muse. You need to hit that link, because you know we praying your boy. You better hit that link.
Yeah, man. So,
Muse,
you know,
you got something to say about this here. I know you do. Because this one here, it hits hard. It hits in a different way. Because at the end of the day, y'all, we are all we have.
Yep.
And we are leaving in droves.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that darn vaccine is killing off our men. That's why they're having these mass heart attacks.
That's a fact.
But it wasn't our body then, it was their body. But it's our body when it's time to abort, because they don't want a baby to come into this world. A baby don't have rights. But y'all can sit up and tell me that y'all about trafficking and sex trafficking and crap, and y'all about the children. How are you about the children when you killing babies? Do you not know once that seed hits the egg, it's automatically a baby? It's a baby. You have to be the one that speaks and breathes for that baby. That baby cannot breathe or do anything for himself. You have to be the one to nurture that child, even while it's inside of you. So how is it okay to abort a baby? God says he gives life and he takes life. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
I would not stand with the woman that don't even have one child.
Thank you.
And I'm with JD on that. How can you tell me what I need to do when it comes to children, bearing children or rearing children? You can't tell me anything because you have none. And men have rights too. If he says he don't want you to have an abortion, okay, you have to understand he don't want you to have an abortion. That's his child as well as it is yours.
Yeah.
But it's okay to have an abortion if he says that keep the child. No, I want you to have a child. You say, okay, I don't want the child. I'm gonna have an abortion. Well, he says abort the child. No, I'm gonna have the child, but I'm gonna make sure you pay child support.
Yep.
So why is it okay for women to have it both ways?
That's right. That's right. I think I said the same thing. I think a man should have just as much right because a woman she can't impregnate herself. And I think that a man should have just as much say so when it comes down to a child being unalive. That because that's a life. The child don't have the right to say whether or not so it's literally, screw the father and screw the baby. It's what I say because it's my body. But again, like I say, it was your same body that you had. You didn't have a choice when it came down to you having to get that mandated vaccine.
So who dictating and who,
But all of a sudden now, it's my body when it comes down to you getting rid of your babies. See, it's like, I just don't. I understand sometimes if it's medical needs but for people to be able to, but for them to just go and be able to just do this because I don't like the man that I laid with.
Or because I wake up in the morning and say, I don't want this baby and I just want to abort it. You don't get that opportunity to do that. You need to take your butt straight to jail and change cells with Rob. Let Rob come home and you go lay up in that cell. And think about what the decisions that you're about to make, because at the end of the day, if you don't think about it now, you're gonna think about it later. I promise y'all on my God, God gonna see to you seeing that baby again. You gonna see that baby again. Don't think you're not, because you will see that child again. At Judgment Day, you gonna see that, and that baby gonna ask you, you just didn't want me?
But then again, we be the main ones talking about Black Lives Matter. But we'll show it out real quick.
And you sitting up here talking about what they did back in the day. I can honestly say our foreparents, they had their children. They may have had 19, 20 children. They had their kids. And a lot of them didn't end up in jail. But our kids are ending up in jail now because you have dysfunctional parents that's listening to a dysfunctional person that's trying to become a president. That have no Christ in her life. Because you can't make me believe that someone that's sitting up here saying it's okay. I am the first to have a marry same sex. What's cute about that?
Right. And let's be clear. The left tries to paint the narrative that Trump is, trying to tell women what to do with their body, do this abortion stuff.
That's not what he said.
All he's saying is it belongs on the state level, not the federal level. He's federal. He's the president.
Well, they know that. They don't. But see, since he's debunked all that, they still trying to. They don't have anything else to go off of,
Well,
so they still trying to
if
push.
you want to bring that to the federal level, I'm gonna say this here. If you want to bring that to the federal level, I will co-sign for it. But you better bring across the board to the federal level where the consent, the age of consent, it should be across the board. Age of consent, not left to the state, because that's where men are getting trapped.
Yep.
You go into a state, it may be 17, it may be 18. Some states it may be 16. You don't know, and you ain't thinking to ask.
Yeah. Because just to think that R. Kelly is sitting in prison for 30 years behind something that should have been handled at the state level, which would normally be, what people were upset about was statutory rape. Not nobody holding nobody down, taking nothing from nobody. Is somebody that's 1 to 2 years under the age of consent, allegedly, that this man didn't even have a bond for. That's insanity. And then for this man to have been violated by a BOP officer who illegally accessed his information over 150 times and disseminated.
And not only one, it was multiple.
And disseminated that to other BOP officers, and it winds up in the hands of the parents of the star witness in New York. Confidential information.
And the judge says, before your case ever hit my desk, I was already gonna give you 30 years. Mind you, that man just made 30 years in the industry.
So
make it make sense, people.
Exactly.
Where is the outrage? You may not like Diddy. But this man just made 30 years in the industry, people. Lord, how long?
The writing on the
does
wall.
it take for us to wake up?
The writing is on the wall. And it's like either you don't want to see it or you're lying that you can't see it, because they're making it painfully obvious. That 30-year mark is pivotal when artists want to regain the rights to their music. And, that's exactly what happened with Kells. And it was verified. And then once he went for his rights to his music, that's when they started this smear campaign in the media.
And people sitting here talking about what Diddy didn't do. Diddy gave everybody their stuff back. He gave all of them. He was giving everybody, if y'all remember, he was giving everybody, they were saying, oh, he keeps our keep our deals, our country. He don't give us he gave everybody theirs. You can go read it for yourself. This man was giving everybody their stuff back.
Well, so, I gotta correct you. I gotta, he was giving them their publishing back. He was offering to give it back. But the publishing at this point, like how it works, is what he was trying to give them, it wasn't really worth what it once was, because those records are not being spun anymore on the radio. So it was a guy.
Hold on. Now, that was what I'm glad you did. I'm glad you went there. So my question is, was they worth anything in the beginning?
At one point, yeah, when they were on the radio, like the guy, I'm trying to think, with it, Mark Curry. Mark Curry was an artist on there. He was on that song "Weed Not Go Nowhere." He wrote that record, Bad Boy for Life. So when Diddy reached out to him, he asked him, man, Man, I appreciate you trying to give me that, but I mean that ain't nothing but about $700 a month now. You know, at one point it was like $1 million a month because or 100,000 a month or whatever. It was a lot more back when they created the record because it was popping on the radio. So the royalties is not as much as it is now because they don't spin the record as much. But he asked Diddy, like, hey, instead of that, because he got a book on Diddy called Dancing with the Devil. And Diddy wanted him to take the book down. So he was like, well, give me $1 million because that's how I eat. And I take the book down. And because you keep the royalty. And Diddy didn't want to do that. So he didn't take the book down.
Did he not? Let me ask you this here. Did he not want to do it, or was it that he couldn't do it? Because remember, I keep saying, people thinking that we forget this is still a black man.
Yeah.
It's still is somebody always over that person.
That's true. It could have been a situation where his hands were tied and he couldn't. But be that as it may, we got Brother Muse Black on the platform.
My
what
brother.
Up, bro?
What's up, Nissimo? I popped in.
You know I had to get you.
I'm at work. I'm gonna get you. I'm at work, but I can't get loose like I normally would.
But I need you to give the people a little something.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
Brother Muse, I wanted to speak to you.
Yeah. What's going on, my sister? How you been feeling?
I've been feeling good. What about you, brother?
I'm feeling phenomenal, man. I'm feeling phenomenal. Brother Crux, I nicknamed you the community activist for a reason. For the voiceless is an echo of what Pac's whole concept of thought or what he really was trying to do. For those who know, regardless of what the media try to tell you, that's what Pac really was on. And he said, I will be a living legend, breathing the dead. Meaning, you might take my life. Yeah, my time is gone. I'm ready to go. But I ain't gonna go them knowing that I'm getting when I get that straight, then if I have to go, then I have to go. I'm paraphrasing. And so I'm gonna live on. How is he gonna live on? He's gonna be reincarnated. How is he gonna be reincarnated? The voices for the voices. These are the you're not gonna shut me down. You're not gonna shut that down that was established. We're gonna be heard. Our voices will be heard. That's what thug life means. The hate you gave little emphasis F everyone. So America, who once was founded on biblical and Christian principles, you have been found wanting. You have to now address and you hold accountable because the judgment of God now, you can see it throughout the earth across the four corners of the globe. So I want us to really pay attention to this concept, and I'm going to yield back. I'm not into this side, that side, or even down the middle. What I want people to understand is it's okay, yeah, policies that will affect your Social Security and your, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, do that. Do all of that. But I'm under no delusion that a human being who is flawed, who innately was born in this world, shaping in iniquity, born in sin, iniquity, who in their soul, even though they are leader in the highest level of leadership, but because they're not following the orders of God on the land that they supposed to be represented that was founded on biblical principles. They have been apostate and they have got away from that. So I can't really fully put my confidence there. But I am told in the sacred scriptures that I must pray for my leaders.
Yeah.
I can advocate and stand up for justice. I can get voices for the voices. I can address the ills and we can do that and we can let our voices be heard. There's unity and strength. So the division to keep us from being unity, so that's being not right is not being addressed. That's why you got to be careful about getting caught up in all this social media stuff and these real quick clips that really don't get to the heart of the matter. You know what I'm saying? I yield back, Brother Crook.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, man, that was incredible. I appreciate you coming up, Brother Muse, and you raised an excellent point, and gratitude and salutations for that. That's what we, me and Mika, Mika actually came up with the title Voices for the Voiceless, and I stamped it like, yes, that's perfect. But like Pac said, another thing that he said is, as a culture of people, a race of people, we need our own political party. You know what I'm saying? To develop our own agenda and present that to a candidate. And therefore, when they want our vote, hey, you have to meet our needs. You have to meet this set of standards for the Black vote as a collective. So,
But the question that I have, Jeff, with what you just stated, I've seen many try to come together and with our people. But as we have seen and seen, even in this fight for Rob, you have more chief than you do Indian. And we cannot come to a common understanding. Even when it came, I thought that the people would have come together on one accord when it came to Dr. Cosby. I really did. I thought that that's where we are going to say enough is enough. You did this to Michael Jackson. Now you are going for Dr. Cosby. So we are taking a united front. We didn't even see it then. We're seeing us got even more divided. So when Rob came along, it got even more divided. I'm gonna tell you, like I told you before, my dad said we are a lost cause.
Yeah.
Only God can get us back where we need to be. And that means he's got to snatch everything from us to bring us back down to our knees for us to understand that only God is our source. Only God. Because we have forgotten where we come from. We're so stuck on stuff, but stuff ain't stuck on us. And he's showing us daily through these storms. He gonna take the stuff away. But where is your soul?
Mm-hmm. Amen.
So I try, and God knows that I have. I told y'all I have tried. Y'all seen me try. Y'all seen me travel up and down this road by myself, fighting against the injustice of the law. But to see my people react the way that I've seen them perform, the way that I says no more, no more. I use my own hard-earned money. I didn't ask anybody for anything. And I still kept trying. And I'm going to continue to try to fight for the injustice of my men, because you guys are important and I understand how important you are. But I refuse to allow myself to line up with nonsense.
Absolutely. And I would like, because that was also very, very powerful to see. That I met Niecy Mo in person a few times and see this sister come all the way from Houston, Texas to Chicago to march with us for the against the injustice that Robert Kelly was facing. So that was remarkable to see her in such a powerful way, come together, and for Rob to have that little amount of support is for a superstar out there, when we know online it's hundreds of thousands of people that are his fans and supporters. But man, just to pivot a little bit, because Brother Muse brought up some great points, and I would like Mika, because we kind of talked about this earlier, as far as it's good versus evil at this point, not Democratic versus Republicans so much, because we're seeing them being intermingled, but one party's agenda is totally aligned with Satan. The other's agenda is aligned with God. I'll let you have the floor, since I'm about to warm up my tea right quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. No, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I've for the last 4 years, I considered myself prior to this as independent, but my views is more conservative, because again, a lot of the demonic laws and different things that is being passed, and what I believe in and what I stand for. One thing I can say about the Republican Party, they have traditional, views. No matter how, it's whatever they stand on. It's almost like Jehovah Witness. With them, if they believe in something, that's what they stand on. If they say, "Hey, I'm not gonna get a blood transfusion to live, I will allow me to be healed by that," like they stand on it. They stand on that, and that's what they believe in. And so, I just feel like at this point, it's just the evil now, and it's definitely not the same Democratic Party that I feel like that it used to be. Now it has went far left. I was looking at a video earlier, and it really was sad. And this young lady was trying to just debunk the lies that were being told about that babies being able to be AB that's in the 7th, 8th, and 9th month. So she called this clinic. And so she basically called the AB clinic, and she asked them, she said, "Hey, I'm 34 weeks and I don't want my baby because me and my child's father is not getting along, and I don't want it." And they basically told her, "Come on, we do it at that. We do it at 34 weeks. You come in." They told her the procedure. We take a needle, we insert it through your cervix. We then slow down the heartbeat of the baby. She went through the whole process of it, and she said it would take about 4 days for you to recover. We basically unalive the baby in you, and you will have contractions, and then you will pass the baby. And it was very sad.
God.
But what she did, she was, because during the debate, they were saying that wasn't true. Kamala. So she called, and it's true. And it's like, at this point, it's very, 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 very heartbreaking, and it's very sad that and I can't support that. I can't support any. I just can't support that. And with me being a born again Christian, and what I believe in, because I'm not gonna even lie, like I was telling Jeff, like, based off of just growing up with in a family that, and I have to just be real, like a lot of our family members that we look up to, our great grandma, like they apparently, like, they didn't know any better. And what I'm saying is, they will vote off of just a way of identity politics, and just vote off of because we were told to vote one way, and not being very, very educated on things. And so, it just reminded me of like what Martin Luther King said. Like, he felt that he was, leading his people to a burning house, and so a lot of our I hate to say it, a lot of people have been, led to that house with just the ways of the thinking of what our grandparents and great grandparents, the way they told us to, to vote and not really think. And I'm just grateful and, thankful that people are really waking up. And, we really got to just stand together as a unit of people in the body of Christ to, really stand for what we believe in and not waver, because this is definitely a spiritual warfare that we're in right now. And we have to come together, white, black, I don't care what color that we are. I was just saying, earlier, that during this storm, like it's so many people from our hometown that has come together, black, white. They ain't looking at color. We just need help with one another.
We didn't
We
either.
we didn't look at that. We just need help with one another. You understand? Like, I'm not looking if I break down on the side of the road and I have a flat tire and I'm waiting on somebody. If I need help, I need it. I don't care who it is that helps me, if they're coming and to assist and help. And I think right now that's where we are. As a people, we just have to come together, and I think the enemy don't like that. He's jealous, and he hates the fact that people are banning and waking up and not really just being stuck on the propaganda and the lies that's been fed to us. And I'm really grateful for different platforms of such that has been speaking over the years and waking up, trying to help wake our people up, because of course we know the media. If we just depending on the media to bring us things, I think that's why a lot of our people's mindsets are they're in the mindset that they are now, because just listening to the propaganda year after year, and these people been finessing and playing in our face and just lying to us. And it does go back to us being able to read and educate ourselves more. And, the Bible say, my people perish for the lack of knowledge, and I think that, right now people are really banding together, and you're going to have a few that's not going to get it, but the only thing we could do is pray that they do wake up and get it. And, the ones that do get it, just to, reach one, teach one. That's what our platform is based on. We just, whatever we can do and be a voice for somebody, and this platform is for everybody. Brother Muse, Nisi, everybody, we're all family, and that's what we use our platform for. So we just got to continue to pray, and just pray that God open up the eyes of our people, and just that. I mean,
It's like
that's
this here, sis. If we've been trying something for years and it hadn't been working for us, and now that we've kind of got a different, we're like, okay, why we got to keep trying this same thing? Because it's not working. Obviously, it's not working. It didn't even work for grandma. It didn't work for grandpa. It didn't work for mom. It didn't work for daddy. So what do we have to lose to try something different? Because if we're trying something different as a unit, as a body, one body, we're all trying this to do what we can for ourselves. I don't see us losing. We can't lose, because if I see us losing, staying on the same path of which we have been going. We're going to lose even more, and what we're going to lose is our soul, because we're now in a place where, I don't know if everybody was in here when Jeff played the video that I sent him regarding Texas children. A lot of people don't even know this and didn't know that this was going on during the pandemic to our babies. They just want us to believe about the abortion situation, but it's deeper than the abortion situation. These people are literally doing changing our children's genders, and they're trying to be God.
Mm-hmm.
And these are laws that's being passed with the party that we've been supporting forever. So where did we go wrong?
Mm-hmm. It almost make you want, like, it puts you in the mind of like Stockholm syndrome, you know,
Yes.
because that's a psychological problem, you know, and I think a lot of people literally, have just not waking up. They're still stuck and feel as though, it's I have to be on this particular. I don't know. It's really sad. But again,
It's sad. It's sad. It's sad because Jeff,
hmm
what's y'all mayor in Chicago?
Brandon Johnson.
That dude, the way he was, y'all, I'm telling y'all, me and my husband was watching this dude. This dude is so freaking arrogant that he was talking down to these people like he's the only educated one in that city, and like he's the only one has gone to college, got some education, and he knows what's best for me and my family, and y'all do as I say, and that's it, and that's all. And I'm looking at him like, dude, you are really, something is wrong with you. How did you last this long? Because you wouldn't last here. You couldn't come here with that type of attitude. You're literally talking down to your people. You're talking to your people, but you're talking down to them as though they have no sense.
Well, he won't be nothing when they get done using him.
Huh?
I say when they get done using him, he won't be nothing. That's what a lot of them that's what a lot of them fail to realize. It's temporary. And when they get done using you, and they throw you to the wolves, and when you don't align and you decide, I'm not gonna go along with, like, yeah. So it's a matter of time for a lot of them, especially when you're not in it for the right reason,
It's like they
and
did with Mayor Adams. And with Mayor Adams, after he saw that, hey, this ain't working, this not gonna work, because we don't know where the funding is gonna come from to support these people that y'all, you thinking that you just getting one bus load, but now you got bus load after bus load after bus load. Like, hold on now. You didn't tell us we were gonna be getting all of this here. Where am I supposed to put these people? How am I supposed to financially support these people?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Biden, all in a nutshell, said, nigga, get in line and do what I say do. And that's it, and that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you came to me sideways, I'm gonna handle you, and that's why he's dealing with what he's dealing with now. And I'm like, no, that's where we as the people got to come together and say, no, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true, because it's enough. And until people start, we start standing up and sticking together and, standing for what's right. But again, a lot of these people that look like us get in these positions for a reason, and they sell us out. They do. And
every platform needs to be singing the same song, whether you know me or not know me. Everybody should be having the same message. It may not sound the same or look the same, maybe different people, but the message still should be the same. $750, we're not accepting it. No. All money that's going to Ukraine, that's going to Israel, stops now. If people got a problem that's living here from this is another thing that y'all did not know. I bet y'all did not know. Did y'all not know that the what they call them, the document, what they call them, the people that comes here that that has the I think they come here like a work permit or whatever the case may be.
Oh, green card, like the green
Not
card?
green card. No, they call them something else. Hold on for a minute. Let me answer it because I want to tell you. I wanted to tell y'all this here a while back. What was that man said? Those people that come over here from other countries, not the work visa, but he said it on that that they don't get that they cannot be go to jail. Huh? Not the diplomatic community, the other one, huh? He said the other one. She's the other. They said talk the diplomatic community. I know, huh? Yeah, diplomatic community. I know that one, but the other one, the other people that come to what they call those that Obama was fighting for them, and Trump said no, they too need to go back. But either way, it's two of them. We're thinking that it's just the diplomatic immunity, but it's another one that I'll think of it in a little bit. These people cannot, y'all hear me when I say this, cannot go to jail.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
They cannot lock these people up. What they call them the people that you had they working, or either they may be over here for a long period of time, but it ain't just per se working, but they what they call them. Dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. But these people cannot go to jail. They ain't nothing they can do to them but send them back out in the community. And I just learned that they just told us this here yesterday on the actually came out on Law and Order. So I looked it up and it said, yes, it's true. They cannot go to jail.
It ain't undocumented immigrants, is it?
Huh?
It's not undocumented immigrants, is it? No. Unauthorized.
It's that diplomats.
I'm trying to think of the name. They call them, we hear it all the time because Trump was saying, no, they needed to be sent back to, we have the illegal immigrants and they got the, what is the other one? DACA. Is it DACA?
Let's see.
You say it's the diplomats. Is that it?
She said it's another one.
It's another one. They call them, what did they call them? Oh my gosh.
Not refugees.
No. Because it surprised me when I heard it. I'm like, no, those people, you can't go to jail. And I looked at it because the lady said, no, she was telling the officer, you cannot lock them up in jail. And he was like, right. if they're not abiding by the law, they can be locked. She said, no, you cannot. They have more, he said, what she said, they have more rights than the American citizens.
Or at 50. Who said I'm gonna add you, bro?
What's going on, my man? How you doing? Yeah, this is Malik, man. Big Von in the building.
Oh, Malik, what's good? Nah, this Jeff. Big Von, he was in the chat, but he
okay, so
said he was at work, so he wasn't so I don't know if he's still at work now though.
All right, Miss Lady, I'm gonna explain it kind of quick. I don't want to take up too much time. You can turn in your American citizenship. I forgot what the document is called, and you can become a diplomat. The process may take 72 hours. You'll get a card, and with this card is your carte blanche card.
Say that again.
It's a diplomat. If you turn in your U.S. citizenship, I forgot the exact form, and you have to go through a little process, but you'll get this card. It like takes the place of your driver's license, so to speak. So if you get into a pickle and you present this card, that's your carte blanche card.
So, okay, because remember, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris was saying that these people were getting this here at the border, and they became legal at the border. They didn't have to go through the same process everybody else had to go through.
It's called diplomatic immunity.
This is crazy.
If I'm correct, if anybody knows Sean is like the like our equivalent to a mayor or something in Belize. That's what Sean has. That's why Sean has the ability to come in and out of the United States like that.
Right.
This is crazy. But when they showed it on Law and Order, I was like, wait a minute, no, I thought it was, the diplomatic immunity, whatever they call it. I knew that one, but I was like, when they told us that, when she said the other name, I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue, y'all. I can't think. It's gonna come to me. And she said, no, you cannot lock them up, because the guy had committed a crime, and so he locked him up. And he said, she said, you can't lock him up. And he said, why not? He committed a crime. And she said, no, they have more rights than the American citizen. I'm like, when?
Ma'am, if you can find a copy of this book, you may can find a slight bit of it. It's called Corpus Juris Secundum. It's the law book. If you can find that book, you'll get answers to so many things.
This is
what's the name of that again?
I believe it's proper. It's pronounced Corpus Juris Secundum. It's the law book. It's what the judges use, but you would have to find somebody who's been in that particular arena for like the last 80 years. You used to can find it online, but they pulled it down. If you actually find a copy, it's probably gonna cost you like 20 bands.
Oh, wow.
Because I remember when Trump said, I don't care what their status is, they got to go. Because Barack Obama was fighting for these people, saying that they have rights to be here. He said, no, they do not, because they did not go through the proper channels to come over here. They jumped through the hoops, and it's like, if you know somebody that knows somebody, that's how you can come on in and get what you want.
What you just said right there, keep that in your mind when you watch TV shows and movies.
But nah, what he's saying, Greg Cash, once you go there, can you ever come back? Yeah, that's diplomatic immunity, just like he said, like the rapper Shine has.
Okay, you don't have to leave. Jeff, if you get online, Jeff, I wish I had the information, because one of the old ladies in my gym put me up on game, and I always wondered, and without saying too much, I was like, oh, okay.
You know what, my brother Malik? Somebody, and I need y'all to read between the lines when I say this. Somebody told somebody that we're fighting for, that this is what they wanted them to do in order for them to get out of the situation that they're in right now.
So are you saying who is them? The U.S.?
No.
For who to get out of what situation?
Okay, I'm gonna use it. China wanted someone to do this in order for them to get out of the situation that they're in now. And they were going to give them the rights that they need to go and come as they please. But they would have to give up their rights as an American citizen.
I can't speak on that, and no pun intended. I don't have enough intel, and you paraphrasing at a time where I'm out of the loop. So it's like,
you're not out of the loop. You know who we've been fighting for.
I'm gonna have to, I'm out the loop. Like this is a time not being rude. Like I don't have enough time to decipher the riddle.
Okay.
So if you could just say it, and then I can give you some intel, then I can. But other than that, like,
well, I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to some to bring the conversation back to the original topic with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Showing true leadership is what this is illustrates right here when American citizens are in a time of need.
Well, staying in the States, Elon Musk is coming to the rescue after Hurricane Helene has ravaged 6 states across the southeast of America. It has taken out a lot of the communications. The cellular networks have been damaged, leaving thousands without a means of communicating with each other, which is why we understand over 600 people are still unaccounted for. They simply can't make contact. There's no way to do it without a cellular network. So Elon Musk is coming to the rescue, sending 30 of his Starlinks, which essentially use orbiting satellites instead of ground-based networks, to give these people broadband connection so that they can get in touch with their loved ones, let them know they're okay, let them know where they are, if they need help, how they can be contacted. Elon Musk has tweeted, since the Hurricane Helene disaster, SpaceX has sent as many Starlink terminals as possible to help areas in need. Earlier today, Donald Trump alerted me to additional people who need Starlink internet in North Carolina. We are sending them terminals right away. Now,
man, how dope is that? The people that don't have Wi-Fi access, you know what I'm saying? They created a link for them so they can communicate with their loved ones and let them know they okay. So, I mean, that just speaks to the dream team that, Trump has assembled, with Elon Musk joining the board. I mean, that was major right there. So, we still praying for the.
So, Jeff, did you not know that was part of Kamala Harris' responsibility to make sure that everybody in the U.S. had internet access, whether you was paying for it or not? Everybody was supposed to have internet access, and they gave her the funding for that, and that never took place.
Wow. So this is what I'm saying with this lady, man. She was supposed to do more than just come in and smile and shake hands and talk about, what has been burdened can be unburdened and all of that. This man's not even in office, and he's assembled a team to go down there on ground level. Let me see. You say the mark of the beast?
Oh,
Nah.
okay. Not to cut you off, Miss Lady. I kind of see where you're going. And I see how you talking. So let me say this.
No, I was check the private chat if you can.
Yeah, bro. It's not even about Democrats and Republicans. Ain't no ish, bro. These people, they're on ground level with no support from the government. And
Okay. Okay. All right, Miss Lady. So let me say it like this. I get where you going. I'm not gonna say I could see why you going that route, but a guppy in the pond of whales. You would have to go back to look at Dennis Rodman and Kim Jong-un. You would have to fast forward to look at the frog movement and Kamala Harris. And if you could kind of pinpoint that, you could kind of navigate to why once he is elected, it could be a saran wrap on one hand, or it could be beneficial.
I think it's gonna be beneficial.
Okay. So then if you look at the powers that be and the level of credit that you're talking about that's being used, i.e. with the Elon Musk thing, try looking at it in the aspect of if you know, you know, and if you're willing to grow, be quiet before you speak.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I've never learned Pig Latin, so I kind of figure like that's kind of how you talking with it. Okay.
I got it.
All right. But if you really look at the play like off of what you said, before Thanksgiving, see what happens to take that.
Okay.
And before you even we go that far, now you got to be mindful that he's made an attempt twice to buy a football franchise, I think. And if you think about it, that's kind of what catapulted this here to the forefront. And so is it really what it is, or is it what it looked like?
Well, let me address this right quick before you continue, bro. Again, Musk was brought up and he was just approved for test runs on microchips for your brain. This situation in the hurricane is, I mean, I can't speak to the microchips and all of that, but what he developed with Trump for the survivors of the hurricane is totally separate from that. That's not for everybody. That's for the people that are on ground zero, that don't have homes, that don't have vehicles, don't have internet, so they can communicate with their family to let them know where they are.
Okay, so okay, Jeff, let me explain to you the microchip, right?
Right. But
There's
that's
plenty of us.
I just want to make the
Listen to me. I want you to listen. I want you to hear what I'm getting ready to say to you. It's 10 of us in the room.
I'm just trying to decipher what Greg was saying and what he's talking about. Now you can go ahead, bro. Because what you're about to explain is totally different from what Greg's saying.
Okay, Jeff, it's 10 of us in the room. And not at 6 a.m. in the morning, how many of us wake up and grab the phone off the brick?
You say what?
It's 10 of us in the room. At 6 a.m., we all wake up. How many of us grab our phone first thing?
I would say at least 9.
Then now you understand the Wi-Fi concept and the microchip.
Wow. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. But
Nisimo said it today though.
Yeah.
We were talking about that today.
I sure did.
Sure did.
Now, I don't know the average age or the age of anybody on the panel, so no disrespect when I say this. Jeff, remember when you had to meet somebody at the cab stand?
Mm-hmm.
When folks stopped meeting at the cab stand, how was it that the news was able to travel so fast?
Facts.
Mark of the beast.
If you pay close attention, for those who were always in the communication, you hated iPhone when it came out.
And I still do.
Yeah, I still don't rock with it.
BlackBerry was the thing because BlackBerry had the messenger. You could ping somebody. Those of us or those who were in the inner city, you went out and wrote what y'all start calling the chirp or the bleep or however y'all decipher the Nextel.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you think about it, it's 10 of us in the room. How many iPhones in that building?
20.
You got 2 phones. So you got at least 18.
That's what I'm saying to you. See, a lot of things that are going on have been right in your face. So in your particular jurisdiction, you've seen it already play out. You just were not adjacent to it because you didn't look at it that way. Like case in point, and I think y'all call it doxing, but I don't care. I'm from Baltimore. Now, I don't know who all or where you all are on this panel, but I bet the first thing popped in your head was The Wire. Now, if you don't know, and y'all all know Big Vi, next time you have a convo with Big Vi offline, ask Big Vi where he from in Baltimore. When he tell you where he from, it's a running joke amongst us. And when he said The Wire was shot off of that right there location, right? Now, if you've ever seen The Wire and you know, you would know. But if you watch it, 95% of that movie was shot on the opposite side of Baltimore, which is the east side. if you've ever seen it and y'all remember the buildings, that tall building that what was Method Man's character? I can't think of, was it Mo Cheese? The character that Method Man played when he gets shot out front of the tall building, that's actually a senior citizen high rise. When they talking about the low rises, those are actual projects behind that particular building. Now, everybody was real into The Wire until round about the time Stringer Bell got killed. So if everybody's seen it, if you go back and watch it, remember the little Italian guy that comes up when they talking about kind of like the port or like the longshoremen or like the steelworkers union type of situation? That Italian guy was the actual mayor of Baltimore. The black guy in there, the black guy that's in there that always was saying shit was a guy named Robert Clay. Now, everybody who watched it, y'all stop. I'm not saying y'all as in actual folks on this panel, but they lost disinterest because it went from drugs to politics.
Yep.
And if you think about it, ever since then, if you watch certain series, like case in point, it was a series that came on NBC called The Designated Survivor.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I just looked at it. We almost at 3.5 minutes. Appreciate Sandra, Nishmo, Muse, you know what I'm saying? Malik coming through, everybody in the chat, Grid Cash, I'm her, you know what I'm saying? Muse Black, J Rock. Man, it's been a good one. But yeah, I'm gonna check that out, bro. We gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here though.
All right, y'all be easy. Water.
All right.
Yeah, take it easy, man. Be blessed, everybody.
Okay, my brother.
See you later, Nick.
You too. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all.
Love you too. Love you, sis. Love you, my brother Jeff.
All right, love you too. We'll be in tune for the next one. This was fun. We got a lot of information now, so we're gonna tap in next time.
Yeah, just let
For
me know.
those that did not listen to Malcolm, please go back and listen to Malcolm. He's telling us something from the grave, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully,
y'all got any last words, you know?
Yeah, man. Hopefully, what I sent you and you was able to watch, you know what I mean, that piece that Uncle Luke did and that connection, that video that the guy did on Pop's, interview, and then that one that Pop did outside of the the house, how all those tied together and how you can, direct them back over to Brother Kelly's case, you know what I mean? And basically what we're talking about today. I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence.
No.
So that'd be good if we can have that kind of conversation whenever Jeff and Sif, collaborate and see what would be the best time to bring it to the, the platform voices for the voice.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, I know that's gonna be a powerful line. We're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need everybody, boy. We're gonna need that, everybody. That work, man. Gonna get off in a few minutes, man. Blessing to everybody. And look forward to seeing everybody again.
And you be safe. You drive home safe.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for coming through.
I love everybody. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace and blessing.
Peace and blessing. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody coming through. This was another one great live for the books. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel. Malik for the first time. Good seeing you, brother. We're going to go ahead and end with the outro. Peace and blessings.
Voices for the voiceless. Yeah. It's the voices for the voiceless. Different points of view and different choices. We the voices for the voiceless. We speak